Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very exciting live stream for today. It is the 28th of August already.
I don't know where it went.
Where did the time go?
I don't know where it went.
How is everybody? Hi, and welcome to the Elite Dangerous live stream, 20th of August, 3.2, Chapter 3 of Elite Dangerous Beyond. Thank you for joining us today. Let's just, 1 second. Take a second to just look at the chat and say hello to Epic Bubble, Fog MFD, Stuart Frax, Black Pancakes,
Epic
DJ
Bubble.
Truthsayer, Commander Fostike, Paul Archer, Dave Howarth, Thantos, Colin Ford, it's going too quickly, Zula Romeo, Justian, and
that 90s kid.
Ganta UK, Adam, you might be able to say that all of the best ones are here.
I mean, whoever's watching the stream, by association, are the best ones.
Exactly, that's why all the best ones are here.
I think that's politically correct.
Taz says, and me, Steve
everyone.
Ross says, hi all. People are just like, I'm here.
Whoa, there we go.
People
that
are
was
here.
a delay.
Yeah,
there you
yeah.
go.
Lovely to see you. Hello, Thargoids. I mean, developers. Oh, no. So, Adam, today is an historic event.
Yep.
Again, we're back. How quickly did this one come around?
Super quick.
Super quick.
For two reasons. One, it is very quick off the heels of
Can you see the Twitch now? Did you look at it?
No?
I've got like a vibrating eye. If anyone notices the vibration.
Oh, it will be a lot worse in your vision than it is to me.
It felt like it was going wild.
Although
it was very distracting. Sorry.
It is literally hot off the heels of 3.1. But also with the fact that, of course, I'm working on other things for Chapter 4. Everything goes quick because I'm kind of looking at different timescales in one go, and then suddenly like, oh, what's the day after the bank holiday? 3.2 release. Woo!
It's very quickly, isn't it?
Yeah,
we came in this morning, and we were like, oh yeah, we're going to do a live stream, aren't we, with the downtime? Yeah. Of course we are, yes. So we do have a plan somewhat today, and that is to come on here and kind of distract you guys and chat with you guys all about what's coming in 3.2. Adam is going to sort of relive the Gamescom night and show off.
As I have every night since, because it was lovely.
It was really, really beautiful, talk through the presentation that he gave that leaked onto the Reddit. Leaked. And then we can also have, we're going to have Dav Stott on, who's just going to come and answer some questions from the chat. There's going to be Will. Will's going to come on and host a little part of it with Steve Kirby, who's going to go through the new weapons and some of the new Colonia stuff, the new Colonia engineers. Will and I are going to demonstrate some of that and take part in some of that for the last hour-ish. And I also believe that we have, that's it, Steve, Dav, yourself, me, Will.
All the people. That's a lot of people. You can't have any more. We got to ship 3.2.
And yes, there are people working on teams on 3.2 and 3.3 as well, still working on the things as well behind the scenes. So there's a lot of work going on. But we also have in-game example, of course. Here is a build, and remember that we're running this from the private test server that we have here at Frontier Towers, so please do forgive us if anything wild or crazy or interesting or strange happens. We're working with a hot build essentially. So we'll go into that. As you can see, I'm in the ship right there. The new ship, I'm in it. You can tell by the new spoiler on the back of it in the representation.
And that it obviously can also, what's its big
fighter bay?
Yeah,
which I do have, of course, ready to show off.
What are those fighters, Will? Ed?
Did you just call me Will? After all these years of work doing this together.
Oh my God.
It's all right, don't worry about it.
So sorry.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Yeah, we'll be showing off, of course, the Lance and the Trident and t'other one.
t'other.
What's the other one again?
What you got? Lance, Trident, Javelin.
Thank you very much.
On the spot, I deserve that.
On the spot. So, and again, please do keep in mind that today is, it's all about just engaging with you guys. If you've got any questions for executive producer Adam Woods, please do put them in the chat and we'll do
fire away
possible job. Somebody in the chat says that Will is the better looking one. Not sure about that. Awkward, says Allendale.
Yeah, I know. I can't tell the children apart.
Will we be able to fly these fighters? Yes, you will, Stuart Franks. You will. I don't want to spoil what it is that you have to do to unlock those fighters, but I think Steve might give you a little bit of a hint as to how things can be done, and maybe even Adam will too. But before we begin, again. Good question from Vipe. Any ETA on the patch notes? The patch notes will be, as soon as he's done his segment, you're going to give him a little quick check over. This is very inside baseball.
Sorry, there was a cracking question there.
We'll go on then.
If Adam Wood's tallest dad was a biscuit, this is to you. What biscuit would he be?
Tallest dad
If
biscuit.
if I was a biscuit,
If you
what
were a
biscuit
biscuit
would I be? Be very.
well,
I mean, I did just call you Will accidentally, so you're free
I
to
think
call
you'd
me
probably be one of those digestive biscuits with chocolate and a caramel layer inside.
Oh, classic.
That's because I know that's one of your favourites.
Mwah. Dunkable.
See, and that's the difference between you and me.
Yeah, is that you're nice
is
to me and I'm horrible to you.
So let's
That's fair enough.
let's get back on track.
Sorry.
What was the question that I was answering? It was a good one.
ETA on patch notes.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So Adam, once you've done with this,
Yes,
the
I'm
live
going
stream, this
to-
next half an hour.
Yep.
You're going to do one last final check on them. Send them to Mr. Crowther, the Crow,
Yep.
Paul Crowther,
Yep,
part of
Paul
the
Crow.
Elite Dangerous community team
Yep.
currently. And that sounded really bad, didn't it? Like, sorry, Paul, if you're watching currently, but you won't be for a while.
Currently
Out.
part of it.
And then he will post them live. So that's going to be probably, I reckon, about 45 minutes to an hour's time.
Something like that. Yeah, we'll get them out to you.
Just one. Yeah, we'll get them there. We're looking forward to it. Patch notes, please. They are coming. And remember, a few things about today's update. This is one of the two smaller updates that are coming as part of the Beyond series of updates. We had the first one, which was 3.0, Chapter 1. Chapter 2 was 3.1, which is nice and confusing. And Chapter 3 is 3.2. Now, 3.3, or Chapter 4, is coming at the end of the year in Quarter 4. We don't have a date for it just yet, but that is the kind of the meat of the... or the meat substitute if you are a vegetarian.
Or the meat substitute. The corn.
The corn is
The fake sausages or the real bacon?
Or the real bacon.
To the content updates, potatoes.
The potatoes.
Meat and potatoes.
Or the sort of I'd say this one's got almost like a gravy, like a nice sort
Yeah,
of
very
tasty gravy.
Some
towards the
roasty
side.
parsnips.
Love delicious.
roasted
Let's talk about
parsnips.
it. Well, first of all, let's talk about something that we did, you and I.
Yeah.
We went to Gamescom. Did you enjoy Gamescom?
Loved Gamescom. Love Cologne. Yeah, just love it. And the ability to... So the last time I went, it was the full-on... It was a 2.2 update, 2016. Like the August 2016 or whatever it was. And it was a full-on week. It was the 3 days of press, 9 till 6 every day. Then it was the live streams scattered out through the day as well. And the elite meet that we had there in the awesome underground bar. This time it was kind of like a fly in, elite meet, fly out. So it was like short, sharp, quick. It's quite cool. It's quite a different way of doing it. First time I've ever flown and I didn't have checked in baggage.
Oh, that's
I
interesting.
just had a backpack.
You put the backpack on.
And it felt really weird not going to the check-in desk. I had my boarding pass, my passport. I was like, so I can just walk through now, can I? I don't have to see anyone. I just go through.
Check in.
Yeah,
just
it
walk
was lovely. So that's the way to fly.
Priority as well. £7 extra on Ryanair.
Yeah,
Straight
I got
in.
priority. Everyone got priority. There was no one in the non-priority queue. I suddenly felt not very prioritised.
Chocolate. Behind you.
Yes,
Or you can see on that.
that.
So this is our game.
look.
This is what we did at Gamescom. This is the venue. It was the Chocolate Factory. Now, I hope that everybody on their way in signed a disclosure agreement to allow their faces to be shown, because I'm going to show it anyway. So here we go. As you can see, look at the lovely professional photography done by
Depth
somebody
of
that we
field.
probably haven't paid to use this online, but it's all right. I've gone rogue. That's what I do. I'm sure we have. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely sure. But these were the tickets that people got, including, as you can see. Oh, look! You can see my mouse on the screen. That's fantastic. There you go. Look.
Oh, yeah,
as you
little
can
laser
see
pointer.
here, we have. It's called the Chocolate Museum. Sorry, not the Chocolate Factory. This is an exclusive Gamescom paint. Not to rub it into everybody at home, but an exclusive Gamescom paint job that you can only get. It's for the Anaconda that you can only get by being at the event. We're going to give away 2 of those.
What?
2 of those away.
You madman.
We are. We're going to give away 2 of those. That's right, 2. At the end of your segment, you're going to give one away.
Okay.
So get excited for that. But I thought it was nice. And also, by the way, the event was so cool. It was so awesome being able to talk to, as you can see, people starting to. I'm sorry if this is you and you do not like to have your picture shared on the internet. But this is the outside area.
It's lovely.
And it
Lovely day
it
as well.
started
The weather
to
was
really
great.
fill up inside and out. Yeah, and you had this beautiful view of the river over here and just Cologne. Now, my favourite thing about this picture is there's a few things about this picture. First of all, he's all right because he always shows his face anyway. This is Plepia. And I won't put the other people on because they don't show their face on live streams as much, so I won't do that. But this guy in the middle, this guy, Zach Antonacci, do you want to know one thing that I love about this image? Look at the size of his arms. Have you noticed this?
You can't not see it now.
He's got giant arms.
Yeah.
There's his hand there.
One very tough, manly, I cut
the
wood,
longest
and the other
arms.
one slightly more feminine.
He's got very
Slightly
long
more
arms,
dainty
hasn't he?
as well.
He's got the
And it
longest
lines up
arms in the
perfectly.
world.
Like there's the bit of the arm in the background there. It just lines up.
It's amazing,
Perfect.
isn't it? This is not a photoshopped
No.
image, but there you go. It's
brilliant.
Nice t-shirts all around, lovely people. Again,
Look at the beard.
fantastic
on that.
beard there.
Look at the beard
well
on
done.
Chad.
Chad Young there. All right, so again, sorry for. I've got to stop apologising. I'm doing a blanket apology now. All right.
Sorry.
Who's
But
this
also-
guy? And this is when we did the presentation. As you can see, the Joker up on the far left up here.
Classic presentation pose.
Classic presentation pose.
Classic.
You can see I have a clicker in my hand.
Yeah.
And then various thrilled audience members clearly enjoying the content that we're showing. Not quite as enjoying as much in this photo.
I would say that they're
but
entranced.
why are we watching them look at random pics? Says Tapioca. Well, Tapioca, it's because we're showing off the Gamescom event that we just had, because currently at the moment the servers are down. We are going to be getting through to the content that we showed at Gamescom, but we do have 3 to 4 hours to basically
Take our time
with. And to
And
spend
why
some
not
time
share the
with
joy
lovely you lot.
of the elite meet?
Ed, clicker in hand and a beer belly, question mark. Yeah, the sort of
No.
it's the lighting.
Yeah.
It's the lighting.
It's the lighting.
It's the lighting.
It's the lighting.
It's probably a Kolsch belly. All right. But as you can see, it was just I wanted to share some a bit of that joy from the weekend that we had. The patch notes will be coming up in an hour. Do it after the patch notes. It's not okay. So earlier on we mentioned that Adam needs to do some final checks. It's not just Adam that's holding back. There are people adding to it and finalising it and making it all ready. Okay, so with the inside baseball
I need to go and
bit
check once they're done.
Once that's done,
at the moment.
but it's not done just yet. So it will be with you in roughly an hour's time. That's me holding up a Steam Deck Mini,
Stream Deck.
whatever we want to call it. And yeah, these
Giving
were
out the prizes.
Yeah, giving out the prizes. Somebody with chocolate, some more people with chocolate. Will Flanagan
Doing
an interview, which we may get to see eventually at some point. And just wanted to give you a taster of the sort of experience in the venue. But now we've moved on to this. All right. Well, all right. Let's do it. Biscuit belly, said Steve. Awesome stuff. All right. So, Adam.
Yeah.
What did we talk about at game? What's coming in to today's update 3.2? Very, very exciting.
3.2, Chapter 3. Coming today
series of updates, that's right.
Is new weapons. So we're adding a variety of straightforward weapons just in outfitting as normal. Some large seeking missiles, dumbfire missiles, torpedoes, and multi-cannon. So that'll be available for you where applicable. So in the right ports. We're adding new small variants of Guardian weapons as well. They're going to go obviously behind the Guardian Tech Broker, so they'll have them to offer. And we've also got some
the weapons are
human
behind us,
weapons as well behind the human Tech Broker as well. I can't remember off the top of my head, but you've got some notes for me to remind myself. Which you can't show because it will...
I closed them down.
That's fine. That's fine. Well, let's see. We'll be talking in more depth about the weapons anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Steve Kirby's going to be coming on later on. We're going to be showing off all of those in detail. If you haven't already seen
these. There's small variants of the Guardian weapons and things like the Gauss cannon with variety of mounts as well, fixed gimbal turrets, those things. So that will be there. Missiles will be available right away. Do we need to collect materials? The ones that are available in outfitting are available straight away. The ones that are behind the tech brokers, be it the Guardian brokers or the human brokers, obviously you will need to give them the relevant materials, which they'll have the recipes for at the point. So weapons, we've got new settlements for you guys to find. So the sort of mini narratives that are building up in different settlements and through the audio logs. So there's more sites to go and find out what their mini backstories are all about, and maybe they feed into the larger narrative or not. We also have some new wing missions. So we're adding in planet settlement wing missions. So I think it's disabled on hack missions. So you can wing up with people and take on a slightly higher challenge wing mission to the planet surfaces, which will be cool. The new ships. So we've got the Crusader. So the third in the Alliance ship lineup. It matches roughly like the maneuverability and the combat capabilities of the Chieftain and the Challenger before it. However, this one can hold fighters. Ooh, get me those fighters. Mm-hmm. The Guardian narrative also continues. You're just blowing it, man. Oh, are we not showing the
Alright, what's that?
big... Yeah, so just that one. That's a nice moody shot. So the Guardian narrative continues in Chapter 3 as well. We've got new locations that have been uncovered for you guys to go and find. So you'll need to find these locations, find out what to do with these interesting looking structures, and then maybe not, they lead you to some fancy new Guardian tech, huh? Oh, look at that. I never get bored looking at those fighters. So along with the Crusader, there are 3 new Guardian fighters to uncover the pieces that you need for the various materials and resources and things that the Guardian tech brokers will require of you to unlock these bad boys, these slightly experimental new fighters that have been the result of the research into the Guardian tech.
Mm-hmm. Great, and we will be showing these off in situ. Shortly. We've got Dav Stott's coming on at 5:30 just to have a chat with everybody in the whoever is here with us today in our lovely chat. We'll save the actual unveiling of them. Until
I'll give you a quick preview and you can dip into all of them.
We'll be showing off the Crusader. We'll be showing off the fighter.
Orange Spark. Yes, they are safe to use. They've been tested. So I said slightly experimental just to big up the lore a little bit, but yeah, they are safe to use. I love that's the Trident.
It is indeed. It's a beautiful image.
I think that's probably my favourite one. It's very purposeful, and it's a cracking screenshot because you got the classic atmosphere sunset there. The old classic. I like that one.
It's a beautiful game. There's nothing else quite like it. And finally, of course, this beast. Yeah. That's a good shot as well.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It's ridiculous.
And there's lots of nuances when you're in the cockpit of these things because you haven't seen any moving imagery of what's inside the cockpits of these things yet either. So I'll be interested to see when people use them and see how they.
We'll hopefully have a little bit of a display later on as well today, which is going to be interesting indeed. We do have a little video as well put together
Atmosphere
by
Alec Turner. Those atmospheres have always been in the game. Cheeky. I have not confirmed atmospheres.
Right. I'm going to play this, the little promo video that we put together for Gamescom as well. You may have seen this already out there, but it is a nice promotional video of some of the fighters that we've just had a look at there. Gives you a good idea of how they feel and how they look.
You can say it instead, because it's
20th of August
today.
That's right. All right, brilliant stuff. Well, thank you very much for watching. I think that's a pretty cool video. It's a nice.
It's
look.
very easy to make very cool trailers with this game.
I was going to say, well, it's not very easy.
As in, sorry,
I didn't
mean.
The creative services team who put these videos together did a fantastic job.
They've got good content to use. They're years of experience on top of.
Yeah.
So sorry, I never meant that was very easy.
I know,
I just meant, you go,
right?
well, there's the shot.
There's a shot.
It's
And if
lovely.
you haven't already seen that, please do check it out on YouTube. YouTube.com/Elite Dangerous. It is the leading video on there currently. But very, very shortly, we will have ourselves a new trailer for 3.2 as well. We will unveil that in just a second. But the thing that we need to do before we do that is Mr. Woods.
Hello.
Mr. Woods. We
This is a big responsibility,
we want
isn't
to
it?
give away two. I said we'd do it earlier. We're going to give away two of these lovely
Special.
paint jobs here, which are exclusive paint jobs. Money can't buy paint jobs for the Anaconda.
Slippers, 20 quid, and I'll get you an. I'm joking. Money can't buy.
Just put them up in the store
Yeah,
at that point. All right, yeah. So currently, money can't buy paint jobs that people who only attended Gamescom 2018 got. So, what do you want people in the chat to say? And we'll pick two winners at random. You will be emailed. Of course, your data will only be used for the purposes of this competition and GDPR and etc. etc. etc.
Yeah.
But don't worry about that. We'll basically email us with your commander name, and we will make sure that it's added to your account. But first of all, got to pick. So, what
What are they going to say? It's Chapter 3 Day.
It's Chapter
1
3
exclamation
day.
mark.
It's Chapter 3 Day with 1 exclamation mark. Everybody say that. I will search for two winners at random. I'll write down those winners and make sure that those passed on to. I also know that our community team or other members of the community team are in the chat as well. So I know that Paige and Will and even Paul are probably in there. So, there it is. Two of these are going to be one as well.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense, isn't it?
It's awesome.
So stop saying it once you've said it once. It is indeed Chapter 3 Day.
It is.
What an exciting
Chapter 3
time.
day.
Thank you so much for joining us on this little journey. It's incredible. So Adam, are you still feeling just as excited and jazzed and
5
about Elite
years
Dangerous?
this November have been on Elite Dangerous, and it feels
Incredible,
like
isn't
5
it?
minutes. Yeah.
Doesn't it feel like 5 minutes?
It really does.
It's been 4 years and it feels like 4.
It's just like,
minutes.
and suddenly we're where we are now compared to where we were when I first started, just having the combat alpha 1.0 and the 8 scenarios or something we had there,
Incredible.
to what we've got now and what we're working on.
And just the
Oh, what we're working on.
pin him down. Get him
It's
out
just
of here.
lots of-
All right, thank you for saying that. That's just the one. Stop saying it once you said it once, and let's say other things, Timmers.
It's Chapter 4. Chapter 4 Day. Wait, hang on.
The next thing that I want you to... Hey, no, that's in the future. We need... what we need you to do is... I'm just going to do the random number generator. You can hear my clicker-clickering. And... what is this? Something like this.
1
5 1.
5 1.
Clicking. It's a very scientific thing that we could probably get some sort of...
We could probably do with the minds we have out there.
Yeah, we
But
don't
it's
talk
also
about
fine.
that. Richard Frith, if you could send us an email to community@frontier.co.uk with "I won the raffle." Then let's do that, and then one more winner with "I won the raffle" for the Gamescom paint job, and we'll get that sorted out.
Giving both skins away now.
Yeah,
I'm privileged.
You are.
Woo.
Absolutely you are.
Downfall.
Yep. RM. Oh no.
No, Tim Morgan.
Too late. RM's getting it too. RM and Tim Morgan. We're giving away 3 because I announced the wrong one, and that would be really, really unfair of me to do. So Tim Morgan, congratulations.
Bonus
And
round.
RM. R.M. If you could send us an email, community@frontier.co.uk with the subject line "I won the raffle for today's Gamescom prize pack or paint job, and you have won yourself a money can't buy skin for your Anaconda." Ooh. All right.
Conda-ish.
Conda-ish. All right, everybody.
Super.
Please, in the chat, some big love for A. Woods, who has been nothing but a diligent, hard-working, caring, supportive, helpful.
Are you trying to make me feel extra bad that I
friendly.
got your name wrong by being really nice to me?
Just use executive producer on Elite Dangerous, and you came in. What were you doing at first when you started?
I was just full producer.
And you know this game.
So
You've
I've
done all
raised up
that.
producer, senior producer, now EP. Yeah, it's been like a child to me.
Right. So how do we get rid of
It
you?
has actually.
How do we get rid of you?
How do we get rid of me?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Why do you want to get rid of me?
Well, someone else sends an email saying that. Nobody else will send an email saying that because I trust you all. But also, we have ways of verifying you. Don't you worry.
Oh yes.
Don't you worry. Great. Thanks, Adam. Yeah. Thanks for all that.
Thanks.
It sounds like you had notes to memorise, says Great Alan.
I did, and I didn't memorise them because I was. I'm not going to lie. This morning has been very busy. Okay.
Yeah,
very busy.
It really has.
Got lots
this
on.
Lovely piece of.
I've got some of my production team out on holiday this week as well, so I've got a little extra thoughts in my head, and I did not lovingly handcraft Elite Dangerous all by myself in no way or shape or form. I think Sandy has got it always right when he says standing on the shoulders of giants. I do a lot of the public facing stuff, which I absolutely love. However, the hard work and the tears and the sweat do come from me a little bit. I'm a naturally warm blooded person. But the team make this happen, and every single day. That's why 5 years goes by in a blink, because they can make things like this happen. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's quite astounding. So, I just am very lucky to get to work with them and with you guys, community, publishing, marketing, accounts, everyone. It's just all lovely. It's all lovely.
Great. So, thank you very much, Adam. We'll let you get back to work because you know the things to do.
Yeah, I'll get those patch notes sorted.
Well, that's it. You've got the patch notes coming out in just a little while. And I don't know if anyone can see behind me, by the way, on the screen, but you can see that yellow advert. That is actually one of the community-created adverts that are going into the game at 3.2 from the community competition that we did.
My hand disappears into behind.
You're ruining the magic.
Behind the green screen.
Well, thank you everybody for coming along so far. We're going to go for a 2-minute little break, just really quickly, to go and grab our next guest and bring them in. But we're going to be here in the next few hours. I think we're going to be finishing at 3 p.m. roughly today, just because we're going to be here for the first few hours. We plan for the servers to come back up shortly after that. We don't have the exact time as well. We've said expected on the forums. We said it was expected to be about 6 hours, but it could be 7 hours. We'll try to keep you updated as much as possible. Yeah. But what we've got today is we've got Dav coming up, and then after that we'll have Will and Steve Kirby, and then I'll be coming back in to join Will, and we'll be playing around with some of the Colonia engineers, which I don't think you touched on.
I didn't. I was in my head. I was just going through the things, and just as you were about to say it, I was like, I didn't even talk about engineers. So,
which we'll be talking about in just a minute, because also when Steve comes on, we'll be talking about that. But Dav is going to give us some interesting insight into what it's like to be a server developer in just a minute. So hold on to your horses. We'll be back in just 2 minutes. And thanks again, Adam.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the 3.2 Chapter 3 Launch Day live stream. I've been joined by a very special guest. Yeah, we're still looking for him.
In the meanwhile.
Yes. Instead, for your listening and audible and visual pleasure, we have Dav Stott. Dav, how are you?
For your entertainment, a wild Dav appears. Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. It's a very exciting day for us.
So today is all about Chapter 3, 3.2. What does that mean for you and your team? You are, of course, the lead server developer on Really Dangerous. What does that mean?
It means that this morning my team were working on upgrading the Galaxy to support a lot of the new content and features in this release.
Very good. Well done. I'm impressed.
Yes. So to those people who on the forums were wondering about how I could appear in the live stream, who's looking after the servers, somebody did mention minions, and my team would not appreciate me calling that, but only because they prefer bourbon creams to bananas.
Okay. Sure, I'm lost for words.
Good. That didn't take long.
It doesn't know. You've managed to finally. People, I think, will be thrilled to hear it. You finally managed to shut me up. All right. So, Dav, as far as you're concerned, what does a 3.2 update contain? Stuff that's going on either behind the scenes or things that you're working on, without stepping on toes of somebody who's coming on later, such as Steve, who's going to be talking about the colonial engineers, which I'm sure you also had a hand in.
Yes.
Every little bit of it, really.
Not me personally, but my team members did. Yes, so for us it's a lot of this. Yes, there's new content, some of which we can talk about, some of which we'll leave for you to discover yourselves, and some of it is some small game mechanics that kind of help bring the Galaxy to life a little bit more. And yes, the colonial engineers were a great example of that, which Steve Kirby is going to talk about a bit later on. He designed that, and he understands it far better than I ever would. But there's other details in there as well, like for instance those people who like trading in Thargoid artifacts. We've been able to make the Galaxy react a little bit more interestingly to those as well, just before stations actually completely shut down. They've now got a new state for help, things are getting a little bit troubly. We've now got an increased appetite for meta alloys. Okay. So it's just details that we can bring to the Galaxy without really imperiling the main development work that we can't really talk about today. Okay, so there is other main development work that's going on behind the scenes. It's a very busy time at the moment in Serverland. Yeah, unfortunately, all I can offer is vague hype. I can't give you any juicy scoops today.
Okay. We don't always have to have juicy scoops. But thank you for coming along. Now, we talked earlier, before we answer some questions, because I think the chat usually have lots of questions for you, Dav. I don't know what it is about you that inspires lots of questions, but people seem to want to talk to you.
You've only just to wonder why on earth I still haven't cut my hair after so many years.
But it's never usually that. No one's ever usually gone for that one.
Leo
people do want lab coats for the commanders.
Excellent.
Yeah, which is
I'm sure our character artists would be dismayed at that suggestion. But look, they're not very vacuum tight.
As Mental Mingy says, I brought my juicy scooper. I want the juicy scoops. He brought his juicy scooper.
Disappointment.
It's okay. Hey, look.
Sorry, Mental Mingy.
That's not what today's live stream.
No.
Today's live stream is about, and today is just about sort of celebrating with you that 3.2 is out and coming out here and sort of almost distracting you all while the servers are down. Don't tell anyone, but that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing here. All right. So,
look at the pretty. Don't look at the work.
Talking about looking at the pretty. We have a... Don't make that face. That was a good segue, and I'm sticking to it.
That's fine.
Okay, so the creative services team who work on the trailers and all the imagery that you see, all the kind of logos and things like that, have spent some time working on a trailer that we think is absolutely awesome. This will be uploaded to YouTube shortly if it hasn't already been while I've been online. But why don't we check out the trailer for 3.2? I've not seen it yet.
No, I've not seen it.
You've not seen it yet, probably. So enjoy. We're back in just a minute.
It's exciting. Wow.
Stuff was happening.
I'm excited. There was so much action packed into that trailer.
There was a lot at the end. I think there's a lot to pick up on with the bam, 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 bam
Yes.
at the end. So make sure you go and have a look through that and see the new stuff.
Absolutely.
New stuff is always good, says Commander Flint. Yeah. All right. So let's ask you about
Absolutely. So yes.
about some more stuff. You put some notes with you.
Yeah, a few.
Tell the world what you wish to tell them.
So speaking of new stuff, one of the things that I'm personally excited for in this release is actually the new planetary wing missions. I know that they're perhaps not the most popular piece of content to do in the game since the release of Horizons in late 2015. But if you pick up a planetary disable or planetary hack mission, you can now share it with your wingmates. And they tend to focus on the higher security, larger installations, where perhaps you might need to do 2 or 3 things at once. So having more people able to contribute to that is quite exciting. I just love the whole combined arms base assaults, where you've got some people in SRVs, some people providing air cover in the ships, and each supporting the other, so that the spaceships can keep on top of the turrets that attack SRVs, and the turrets can take out the anti-air defences, otherwise the ships will get shot down. And being able to share that with your wingmates, I'm particularly looking forward to.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah,
it's just, I just love that you can spend some time and kind of breaking into the doors, then going from the door to the generator, disable that to move on. It's that kind of progression that I quite like playing.
Cool, excellent stuff. Well, that's good to hear about. Any more notes, Dav? You reel them off.
Absolutely.
And then as soon as I'm ready to say stop,
Yep.
we'll stop, and then we'll get some questions from the chat as well. And then just in shortly, in only 15 minutes time,
Yep.
we're going to have, in about 2 minutes time, we'll have a quick break.
Yep.
And then we'll have Will and Steve back on, talk about Colonial Engineers,
Yep.
and also show off the game for the first time in-game, which I've just realised we haven't done yet.
Oh, wow, that's
but
very remiss of us.
We will. No. We're keeping.
Yes.
We're
Keeping
that as
something.
a teaser.
Yes, absolutely.
So do stick around with us.
Yeah, so much content, like some of the new content that the tech brokers will be having for us. I'm quite looking forward to. I'm quite looking forward to unlocking some of that, because I personally tend to fly the smaller ships, so having the smaller weapons fits my playstyle a lot better. But having the weapons that fire as quickly as I can hit the fire button is very much my school of shooting. And then I have to fire heat sinks and sit quietly and cool down, because I get a bit overcarried away.
Okay.
Heat critical and all that.
Dav, are you an elite pilot, would you say?
No,
Okay.
I'm slightly
That's
above
fine,
mostly
just wondering.
harmless, but slightly below competent. I would make no claims about my combat piloting. It's fine for bounty hunting and just about good enough for conflict zones, but I would never go toe to toe with a pilot who really knows what they're doing.
Okay, that's probably advisable. I think that almost so many people in the community are just incredible pro fighters, and you've seen a lot of you have seen me flying in open play on this on live streams and things like that. So I think yes,
some of the flight assist off flying from some of the buckyball races is just inspiring to watch.
Incredible stuff. Right, well, I've lots of time for questions as well, and I want to read. There's some people in the chat saying stuff about things such as fix the bugs about half screen issues, 3 commanders on the same planet with Xbox One and PS4. We do have some information coming about that soon as well. We were discussing that earlier. There's lots of information about all these things. As long as the bugs have been reported, as long as you've put your feedback in,
Yes.
then those things are being looked at. It's very difficult to communicate to every single person constantly and keep everyone updated on every single bug, but we try to do that as much as we possibly can to talk and communicate about the status around that. But that will be fixed as soon as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
All been worked on.
When it comes to bug reports, please do help us help you. So that having somebody saying, yes, this is happening to me too, that's still useful feedback, because it tells us how often something is happening. But in order for us to really dig deep, we need a bit more information, like who did it happen to, when, where were you at, what were you doing, who else was with you in the same scene. That extra context information can often help us get that little key that cracks it, because oftentimes reproducing bugs such as that, when it's to do with a multiplayer issue on maybe the console platform, it doesn't always reproduce under laboratory conditions at the studio. It might only go wrong when you've got 2 consoles in one country and one in the other, and that's obviously a little bit difficult for us to to manage. So the more information that we get gives us extra chances of being able to fix that niggly rare bug that just happens to be plaguing your experience.
Context is everything, as Gruntastic says. Robert Cruz says, thank you for looking into the hard screen issues. It's actually much appreciated. While you're getting ready for that as well, is there anything more you want to say?
I've kind of exhausted most of my notes now. I mean, I could...
Again, as you said, you came in. You said most of the stuff I'm doing is happening behind the scenes.
I mean, we're talking a little bit about the. So Steve is going to be talking a lot about the Colonia engineers, but a group of NPCs have also moved into Colonia. A new star system has been populated. The name is Kinesi.
Oh,
yes, it's a group of winemakers have discovered a Earth-like planet with 2 rings, and they found it makes excellent wine.
Oh, excellent.
But unfortunately, they're not alone in that system. The other factions in that system have a very polarised political point of view. So that space bar is quite an exciting place to go and be. Just the number of viewpoints being talked about.
Is there a space bar there now?
There is a space bar in the Kinesi system out in Colonia. Well, they need to have somewhere to sample their wines.
Excellent stuff. And also, as well, a little bit of a spoiler for tomorrow, but we do have a competition as well that we're putting out around the Colonia stuff.
Sounds fun. Can I join in?
You can, yeah. I think it's a screenshot competition. We'll be revealing details of that in the forums in the next 24 hours. And on social media as well. It's nice and simple, but basically if you get involved, we're giving away some really cool hardware, PC hardware, like from Kingston, I think. It's a mouse and a keyboard and a headset. The exact details will be in that forum post as well. So just wait for those. But as well, not only that, it's interesting how again, Steve will be talking through what happens with these engineers, so I don't want to go into too much details about it. But they are unlocked in a slightly different way, aren't they? They're tiered up in a slightly different way to how usual engineers are, meaning that it's a once in a lifetime situation with this. Once the community have unlocked all these levels, it can never be done again. So I feel like it's been part of Colonia's history once again, because it's establishing it all.
Yeah, absolutely. We've already had the colonisation process where a number of factions have moved out there. Now that's been settled down for a time. Some engineers have decided there might be enough business to support them, but of course they're new. They have to learn as we go. So this really is a way for players to guide that. And yes, the servers did help a little bit just to make sure that the engineers could actually rank up.
Excellent.
But I won't talk about the details. That's for Steve to do.
Steve will get on that later on as well. Ed, we have a competition. Dav, can I join Ed? Yeah, it's a screenshot competition. Dav, sad face. No, you didn't do the sad face, did you?
I did not do a sad face, but I'm no good at taking pretty screenshots.
Oh, it's not about the prettiness of the screenshot. It's just our screenshot, send it to us, tweet about it, reply to it in the Facebook. Well, again, the details are in there. It doesn't have to be a pretty one. They're not going to be chosen for their beauty. They're going to be chosen at random. But we will also then put our favourite ones out there and say thanks for the lovely screenshots. So if they are pretty, that helps us just enjoy our days more. So thanks for that.
Absolutely. Well, maybe screenshots of that space bar in Kinesi then.
Ed and Dav, can you tell these people that Space Legs isn't coming? Oh gosh, Outback Gamer. I wouldn't say that, but I'm not. Of course, it's no comment at all on that today. We're not talking about that at all today. Today is all about 3.2. Any official news, of course, keep an eye on our social media channels and our forums. But today we have absolutely no comment on that. So if you are saying that in the chat a lot, there's no need to, because we won't be talking about that today.
So Commander Levianova asks whether NVIDIA's Turing technology is going to be used in the Elite servers. There's nothing planned right now. That's not to say never. But at the moment, we just don't need that kind of level of compute power. Rather than having something very, very specifically accelerated, we've got a much more distributed approach. Things run a lot more in parallel, and there's no one specific squeaky, low-performing piece of technology that we would upgrade to run on that. There are other things we can look at as well, like if we wanted to go completely excessive, Amazon Web Services now have servers that include FPGAs for that tiny percentage of you who might recognise that acronym. So there are options for us to really, really go down into detail for performance tuning, but at the moment there's nothing there.
Okay, so for the last 5 minutes of Dav's time here, the last 5-10 minutes, we would like, I would like questions from our community that will blow my mind, that will make me, the answers will confuse me enough, but then maybe also entertain you. That's usually how the last few minutes work. When people ask you questions, Dav, about server, I just sit there going,
nod, smile. Well, we could start with the question from Commander Radden Altmare from a couple of minutes ago.
Hi there.
Who asked me whether Thargoids are influencing the background simulation. The answer is they do, but only in a subtle way, and obviously no announcements for the future, but it is something that we are always considering for how all of the galaxy's life will contribute towards the simulation, not just the human life. It is something that we would like to include, but at the moment it's some secondary effects, such as when there's lots and lots of Thargoids in a system, then trade tends to die down and combat tends to go up, which means that you get the consequences of that action, but maybe nothing directly from there being an increased set of sightings of the scouts and the interceptors.
Excellent.
But it is something that, it's a cool idea. We agree.
Very good stuff.
Are the server hamsters well fed? The server hamsters are very well fed. We feed them on Yorkshire tea and they like it.
To update everybody as well on that, the servers of course went down around 9 o'clock, and as we mentioned in the forum post, we estimate around approximately 6 hours. I don't know, Dab, if you have an update on that one.
I don't at the moment. So I mentioned this most times.
So
yes,
you've got
absolutely.
no way of checking.
So launch day isn't just upgrading the servers. There are a number of different processes as part of publishing the Elite Dangerous universe and the updates within it. There are some server data updates and some server code updates. The majority of those are already complete for the day, but we need to make sure that everything has gone as we intended it to do, to make sure that everybody has the best experience. So at the moment, we have a crack team of testers making sure that everything is actually as we intended it to be, and they're working with the rest of the server team at the moment, whilst I'm here talking with everybody here, to make sure that the experience is actually the best we can give you. So it is more than just server upgrades today, and because of that, I can't speak to whether it's going really quickly or really slowly, just because it's not just server work.
Okay, fantastic. That was one of those answers where I sort of went, I'm glad Dav knows what he's talking about here. This is good, and I'm glad that there's people like you working behind the scenes to do these things. But other than that as well, as we were saying, so we will try to keep you updated as to when it's coming back up. We expect it to be within the next 3 to 4 hours, but we'll be keeping you up to date on our social media channels. Okay. As soon as we know, we'll let people know as well. So
there's a couple of questions I'd like to pick up on, or there were until Ed scrolled past them. So I think it was Commander Alex and Tony was asking about server instancing and multi-crew and wings. So a lot of that isn't actually to do with the central servers that run the Elite Dangerous Galaxy and the mission system and matchmaking. A lot of that is actually due to the way that the Elite Dangerous game clients talk to each other directly. The servers try their best to match people together when they're in space, when they're eligible to. So when they're in the same private group, the same area of space, the same friends. But sometimes some of those direct connections where one game client establishes connection to another one, sometimes those don't always quite go perfectly, and there's not really much that we can do about that from a server point of view. We do work very closely with the networking experts. We do our best to say, well, if a direct connection doesn't work, we'll try doing a relayed connection instead. But whenever you have an experience that doesn't work for you, or it works for you but not all of the time, please do let us know. And again, in order for that to happen, we'll need your network logs. Tends to only work very well on PC, although consoles are just about possible for us to diagnose using our telemetry. But if you have a poor experience, let us know, and then we can maybe look at that. What else have we got?
Very good at this.
So Flimley Binkerton asks, will we be able to change the system population through the background sim? There's nothing to announce today. It's a question that comes up a lot, both internally and on the forums, and I think we all agree it's a cool idea. When it does come to moving population around the game, we would like to do that in a way that we kind of integrate really tightly into the game mechanics as well as to just the galaxy. Yes, we could just like +1 the population value of a star system and -1 another one, but we want to try and make it a bit more compelling, a bit more integrated, which is why there's nothing to announce on that just today. What other questions have we got to play with?
Plenty.
What's going on with that billboard behind us? A Jameson Memorial? Oh dear, we'll have to find out.
Absolutely nothing. I'm sure we'll fix it. If it's broken, we'll fix it out.
Yeah.
Any more
what can you say about the shifting tick time? So Commander Garrod asks about the shifting tick. So there are a number of simulations in the galaxy. There's one that runs every Thursday. There's a number that run during the day. The one thing that we never ever guarantee is what time any of those ticks run. So the tick that many people often ask about is the faction simulation, when the commander efforts are all tallied up and we work out whether influence is going up or whether they're going into boom. And we just say that runs approximately once every 24 hours, but the precise time that it runs depends on how long it takes, what else the servers are doing at the time, whether it worked successfully the first time or whether it had to be restarted a bit because of a server failure. So the time does vary, but it's about every 24 hours. But do not expect it to happen at any certain time of the day, because the one thing you can guarantee is that it will never stay put.
Well, there you go. A few more questions. We've got a few more minutes of Dav's time. First of all, once again, thanks very much for...
It's quite all right. I'm happy to drink tea with an audience.
Well, thank you. That's interesting. What about Ed's iTick? Can you see it, Flimley? Because it's really going.
Oh no! It's so
I'm
distracting.
just getting a very sort of strange vibrating happening in my right eye, which is very distracting for me. That's for sure.
I bet it is.
It's been a long couple of weeks.
Or using Toby eyes.
It's been a long couple of weeks ever since Gamescom. All right, keep going. Answer some questions.
Yep, absolutely.
If there are any,
if there are any.
Suitable. I'll scroll up.
New ships. That's not really my area. Is it possible to enter permit lock systems by manipulating the factory simulation? I think probably not.
So,
I
shame or...
haven't memorised that section of the code, but I think you can't. Not after Tilialia, I think the name of the system was.
Dav's favourite ship? How can you imagine him flying through space whilst drinking tea?
I still like my Cobra Mark III when I'm running missions, but I must admit that my personal account has now afforded one of the new Alliance ships, because I'm an Alliance fanboy, so having an Alliance ship is particularly good fun for me. I just love the turning cycle and the agility on the Chieftain.
That's an interesting question from David Green about how much we get paid for developing this hit. The
excitement of building games is
payment enough.
It never gets old. It
really
is just so cool. That is a good segue, actually. The online discipline at Frontier is recruiting.
Perfect.
So that wasn't a shoe-in, but if anybody thinks that they would like to try their hand at working in games, then keep an eye on Frontier's careers website. We are expanding very hard. As hard as we can, so if you think you want to talk to us... Server team specifically.
What sort of qualities are you looking for?
We're looking for a mix of programming, as in can you use any dynamic language? Doesn't have to be PHP, but JavaScript, Ruby, Python, even some of the .NET ones. And also, can you work with servers? So command line not being too scary, can you start and stop services? Configuring database replication, depends on what level of experience you have. And it's not just working on the Elite Dangerous title as well. There's lots and lots of projects going on across Frontier that is all very exciting as part of the studio growing.
Very, very cool.
This is exciting times to be here.
Exciting times indeed. Well, thank you very much. Right, it's the end of another segment. It's the end of Dav's time here.
Okay.
So a huge round of applause in the chat, please, for Dav and the rest of the server team. We'll do a big round of applause for everybody who works on Elite Dangerous and everyone at Frontier at the end of the live stream. But for now, Dav, please, a huge round of applause for Dav and the team. But what would you like people to say in the chat to be in the chance to win? Well, we're going to give away 2 of them again. Why not, eh? I've got it here.
Oh, wow.
We're going to give away 2 of these paint jobs. These paint jobs are exclusive paint jobs. The money can't buy. They're only they're going to be won by prizes on live streams such as this one right now, or if you were at Gamescom in person for Gamescom 2018. So what would you like people in the chat to say to win one of these paint jobs? We're going to give away 2 of them.
I'm going to ask people to say wings.
Wings with an excited eye and perhaps a couple of exclamation marks as well. So put those in the chat. Just say it just the once, and then we will pick a winner.
And to Lord Heart Knight, I'm pretty sure the first Elite was on the BBC and then was ported to the other 8-bit computers. Could be wrong. I was 8 years old at the time, so...
You need to increase your knowledge, 8-year-old Dav.
I know. You just can't get the stuff.
It's not acceptable. Wings! Dav, you're our only hope. Dav's hope.
Oh.
Does Dav hope to do with you? Was that a coincidence?
I suspect it probably isn't, but there are other abandoned settlements out there. There are other people's cameos in the game as well. Don't always pick on that one.
Don't always pick on Dav's Hope.
There are other places you can go to get your micro resources fix.
Don't pick on Dav's Hope, everybody. All right, once you've said it once, stop saying it. I'm going to pick a winner right now, okay, using the magical technology that nobody misspelt it. That I can confirm. No, we just did that one.
Yes.
Right, here we go.
Oh wow, we have the technology has improved since I was last on a live stream.
No, it has not.
It really has.
Here we go, and the winner is, the first winner of two is Obsessite. Obsessite, you are the winner of the Gamescom paint job that you can see behind us. If you can email community@frontier.co.uk with the subject line "I won the paint job" on the 3.2 live stream, that would be great. Second number. Oh gosh, we've got lots of clicking to be done. I know here we come.
Yeah.
You ready? Sorry about the furious clicking, everybody.
The suspense.
It's like a ticking clock.
It is. That's a good mouse you got there. You can cope with. There we go.
Here we go. My CPMs are massive. All right, we have Commander Bismaki. Commander Bismaki, congratulations! Congratulations to you both. Right, so that's the end of this segment. That's the end of Dav, I was going to say.
Bye.
But we'll be back. Stop now.
Yes.
Stop saying that now. You said it once. We'll be back shortly with Steve and Will. We'll be taking over for just a little while, and then I'll be back towards the end to say hello and just give you an update on where the servers are at. But they will be back with you shortly.
Absolutely.
So
we'll get back on with making sure that it's in your hands just as quickly as we can.
Oh, the patch notes out? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll go and check on those as well and make sure that those are up and live, or at least getting there. So, right, back in just a minute. Thanks again.
Okay.
See you in a sec.
Bye.
Hello everybody. Hi, how's everyone doing today? You've had the glorious pleasure of being looked after by Ed, Adam Woods and Dav Stott, but now we're taking control of the ship.
Hooray!
Even though the seat's over there.
Yeah, well, you know, the autopilot can take care of that.
Yeah, we're fine. Just flying into a star.
I was going to say, there's nothing.
It's getting hot.
There's nothing behind us.
So I'm Will, if you don't know who I am, I'm a member of the community
Hello, Will.
team. Hi, Steve, who are you?
Hello, I'm Steve Kirby. I'm one of the lead designers on Elite.
Great.
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
Got anything else for us? Can we carry it a bit?
Carry it a bit further.
Yeah, we've got a whole day of patch
also known as
to-
Wendy.
On weekends?
On
or-
weekends, yeah.
Weekends and in the galaxy.
Yeah.
I've got some hot news that you don't even know about.
Tell me.
patch notes are on their way.
Woohoo!
They're coming.
They're coming. Are they there?
So just sit tight
Yes.
and wait for it, 'cause
Exciting
they're
patch
coming.
notes.
Yeah, and we've got the pleasure of showing you some of the game because Ed tells me
We
that
do.
we haven't even played the
We've
game
not played
yet.
the game yet, so
So we're gonna be showing off
Cool.
in this segment. We're gonna be showing off some of the new weapons and modules. You're gonna tell me what those are, Steve, because I don't even really know
you're going to put
the
me on the
exhaustive
spot.
list.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to try and remember them.
So we'll just play around with that.
there's a bunch
We
of
should have
large
them,
ones.
so it should be okay. And we're also going to be looking at Colonia Engineers.
We are, yes. I know about that, so I can tell you about
That's
that.
good.
That's good.
So let's maybe you can explain for those that don't know what engineering is or haven't really dabbled in it. Why is it's such a big deal to have engineers out in Colonia?
Cool. So, for a start, engineers are obviously a way of you guys modifying your ships past just installing modules. So it's allowing you to put enhancements, further customise your ship, your modules, and being able to put some special effects on there as well. So always good to have cutting edge technology.
And they change depending on what those or experimental effects are.
Yeah.
They change how it functions, how well it performs, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's various stats under the hood that change.
Yeah.
Obviously, different heat generation, different shield and hull penetration for weapons.
Yeah.
Different mass, so you can jump further. So it's well worth experimenting with those. And obviously, the people that obviously know how to do it, you track down the engineers. So there are some engineers unlocked
Maybe
from the
you can
very
show
beginning.
some.
You can find
have
them,
a
find
few
them
unlocked.
in the right-hand cockpit panel.
There we go.
And you can basically go and each one will have a list of requirements. You can go and do those things to be invited to go and see them, because they won't just let you just rock up.
Rock up, yeah.
Once you've done that, they'll send you on a little mission to usually go and get something or hand something into them. And then you can start working with them to increase your grade. So the more modules you upgrade, the more they will offer you.
Yeah, and that's kind of
That's in a nutshell, kind of engineer thing. And the ones we've added for this update, we've added 4 new ones to the Colonia region. So one of the things we like doing is constantly supporting the player activity out there.
Yeah.
And we kind of had a look at what we thought was missing, and getting feedback from the players about, say, hey, we'd like to see this out there, we'd like to see that out there. And engineering was one of the major things that people were raising and we were looking at as one of the things that stops people from staying out there for extended periods of time.
Yeah.
They wanting to upgrade their ship and say, oh, hang on, I've got to go all the way back.
Yeah.
And it's a long journey. That's the point of this is, we wanted to allow players who are already out there and wanting to relocate there on a more permanent basis to actually have access to engineering as well without having to come all the way back to the human bubble. So we've added the 4 new guys. So there's I'll go rattle through the names if that's right.
You can.
So there's a guy called Mel Brandon, who is
right here.
he's a laser weaponry specialist. Also dabbles in shields, frame shift drives, and engines.
Yeah.
There's Etienne Dawn. He deals with high energy weapons, sensors, scanners, ship power systems, life support, that sort of thing. There's Petra Olmanova. So she's more explosives, so your weapon, your missiles, your torpedoes, your mines. Also armour and countermeasures, she's your lady on that. And then there's Marsha Hicks, who is ballistic weaponry, fuel scoops, refineries, limpets. So good for the miners, but also, we've tried to spread what they can actually support out for nicely amongst them. So each one has a kind of weapon type, and each one has a bunch of utility modules and things like that. So those are the 4 guys we are currently.
They're out there. They're out there. So as of the update being deployed today, you can go out there and start progressing, because
you can.
So these work a little bit differently from the original engineers.
So they're tied into the original the engineer flow.
Yeah.
So in order to one thing just clever, in order to be invited to visit these guys, you do still need to do some things with the engineers in the main bubble. We've put it at a low tier so that basically you don't need to have unlocked every engineer to be able to do the colonial one. So there's a kind of level there.
An example here is just behind us. If I can hide us for a moment. this might break everything.
Okay,
So
that's
let's.
great.
No sound. No sound because it
Oh well.
hates me. Can you hear me now?
Are we there? Are we back?
Yeah, broken. Who pulled the cable? It's because I messed with it. Yep.
We're all back now.
Muted,
No,
broken.
still broken. Can anybody hear us now?
Back again, yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, well that you
30
missed.
second delay.
You missed all of the secrets. You missed
Yeah.
all of the secrets.
So,
But behind us, that way,
Yeah.
here, are some conditions that you need to fulfill before you unlock them, right?
So as I said, you still need to have dealt with a couple of the other engineers.
Yeah.
Once you've learnt about, say, for example, Mel Branton here
Yeah.
from Elvira.
Yeah.
So from that point, you will then have to meet his criteria, which is getting
Access,
access via the Colonia Council. So you've got to build up your reputation with the Colonia Council, and then obviously bring him a whole bunch of bounty vouchers, and he'll then start doing it. So it's the same unlocking flow.
Yeah.
And you can't just go, hey, I'm heading out straight to Colonia and I'm going to get these guys.
Yeah. There's still a.
So there's still a little. We've had to kind of weave them into the engineers as they are.
Breaking news, Slopey77 says the patch notes are indeed up, so if
Yes.
you're curious what's coming
I'm very
in
curious
its
what's coming.
entirety, go there.
Cool.
So yeah, we're talking engineers at the moment in Colonia. So what's this thing here, Steve?
Right. So that thing is
What's
new
that?
for the Colonia engineers.
Yes.
So they work slightly differently to the standard engineers because, again, we wanted to make sure each one had as much potential as possible. So with the engineers that are in the human bubble, obviously they have certain limits. So some will only go up to grade 3 on certain modules. They've got different expertises. Because there's a limited number in Colonia, we wanted to make sure that actually we've covered most of the core modules.
Yeah.
Covered everything, and they have the potential to get to grade 5 in every module that they specialise in.
Sure.
So slightly different. But also we wanted to make sure it's not just a one-stop shop. It's not like, hey, we've got that. So there's a little bit of community progress needed. So each of the Colonia engineers has a skill level. So they currently start at skill level 1. And they can, as the player base use them, as the commanders out in Colonia use them, they will get better per module. So if you go to, for example,
So it's grade 1 here.
if you go to
slightly-
Marsha here, and you're looking at refineries, and you're basically updating a particular the refineries again and again. The community base are doing that over and over and over. She will get better at refineries.
Right. Okay.
So she won't necessarily get better, and she'll offer more grades. She will actually improve.
Yeah.
So it's her skill level you're improving. You still have the grade system, which is your personal reputation with her.
Yeah.
But she will actually improve. So she'll get better over time. It's up to the players in Colonia to see how these guys level up.
Yeah.
So if nobody out there is interested in limpet controllers, although they should be, if they're not interested, then they
won't progress.
It won't progress those, but it will progress the ones that they're actually updating.
Yeah. Okay.
So they all have this potential, and it's up to the players now to unlock their potential.
I'm gonna be a devil's advocate and ask this question.
Go for it.
Why? Why have we decided to go down this route for Colonia and Colonia engineers?
Well, it was looking at the engineering system. We kind of said, well, it was either a case of having to add, a lot of engineers to try and cover it, or limit what you can actually have out there.
Yeah.
So we kind of made, after several discussions, we just made the decision that actually we wanted a way to offer everything, but not just make it, hey, everyone, let's go to Colonia because we can exploit this and get our modules at grade 5 really, really fast.
Yeah.
So there had to be an offset, and looking at what the current, or what the engineers did in the main bubble, we have to make it comparable to effort and reward. So we can't just say, hey, if we just make, hey, this is the easy route, everyone will just go, that's the easy route. So I mean, it's a case of hopefully balancing it to be, okay, you have the potential for everything to get to 5, and now everyone, it's up to the players to see what they want to do. It also allows them, it's an interesting mechanic because it allows them to concentrate on the modules that actually matter to people. So you don't have any, if you don't want, if the guys in Colonia don't want shields, then they don't have to level up Melbrunner's shields. He will still get better at the modules that they are using, that they are actually...
Will be really interesting to see if the community just sort of improve all of those recipes, or just
well, this is it.
Out.
I mean, it's a question of, do you concentrate as a community, do you concentrate on one module type and get that as high as you can, or do you spread the load and say, all right, we'll get this to grade 3, grade 5, whatever. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting, sort of social experiment. Which Colonia is an interesting social experiment.
We do have some questions here, like Colonia engineer cost from HS.
So the costs of the modules are the same as so it's similar same costs, similar same recipes. For the actual things that they're actually using. Slightly different ways of unlocking them.
And it's probably worth mentioning, to see some maybe a bit of confusion here. These engineers aren't technically offering anything new.
No, at the moment they're offering the same recipes, the same services as the ones in the bubble. So again, we didn't want to say, okay, here's Colonia and you can only get this stuff out in Colonia yet. We didn't want to go that way yet, just because it will be a case of, oh well, hang on, I don't want to go 22,000 light years to get this thing. But I think So at the moment, there's parity between the Colonia engineers and the ones in the main bubble, and that's kind of what we wanted, because we wanted parity because the people in Colonia who want to play out there currently don't have parity. So we've brought it up to the level now where it's like, okay, you can get to the same level if you're out in Colonia or if you're in the main bubble. You can get to the same level of engineering. So that's kind of where we're aiming for. And as we always say, we'll never stop looking at something. So it's a case of
it's constantly.
We can't guarantee anything, but engineering, may get some other things in the future, may not, but we'll keep looking at it. We'll keep looking at everything.
So your feedback is really important. We do listen. We do listen, and we're going to see how this works, and hopefully it will work really well, and there'll be a sort of nice effort from the Colonia commanders pulling together for it.
It's in there. It's in your hands now. So. Or it will be at some point this afternoon.
Soon. Right, okay, we've also got some new weapons as well, but I want to kind of take a look at this Crusader a little bit before we do that. I'm on Ed's, so this is Ed's personal PC account.
Okay, so we've got to be careful then.
Well, no, it's not on the live server, so we're lucky.
Okay.
We could mess it up if we wanted to.
We could do, but we won't.
We won't. So let's just take a look at the Crusader in a little bit more detail.
Nice. Yes.
Here are the hard points.
This is in the Alliance combat ship family. Similar hard points. I think there's
one large, two medium,
one
three
large,
small.
Two medium, 3 smalls. Yeah. So again, in that central kind of column, which is a trait of this family of ships. So and this one actually has something the others don't, which is the big selling point for this ship, is it has the capability of fitting a fighter bay.
There you go.
So yes.
So we're going to show off some of the fighters as well. We're not going to show off how to get those though, but
you can work that out.
Yeah, you got to work it out. So let's just look at the weapons, because we should be able to. We should also have some new weapons available.
We should.
I'm hoping everything is working as intended.
Well, that's it. So we've added, I believe, some large. I haven't got them written down, unfortunately, but I believe we've added some large missiles and torpedoes as well.
Let's find those. Do you remember the names of them?
So it'll be the size of the rack. So the 3A missile rack, which you've actually got equipped.
We've got it equipped, so that's good.
That's actually So these offer obviously more ammo or a bit more firepower. So it was something, again, looking at the weapons we've got. It's like, well, where are the gaps? Where are the bits that aren't quite there yet? So it's like, large missiles and explosive weapons is something that we said, right, we want to be able to have those. So we can put those in.
All of this is sort of, as you know, we've been trying our hand at combat recently.
To varying levels of success.
It didn't go as well as I got a sort of A-rated crate and took it in and thought, no one's going to stop me. But then I realised that you also need skill. You can't just have.
You can't just rock up in a big ship.
No,
I mean the people who've earned the combat rank of elite and any of the combat ranks, they have actually earned it. There is, that's one of the nice things that keeps me playing. Is the fact that there is a skill level involved. It is a skillful game. It's not just if I just rock up in the biggest ship, I'm going to win.
Yeah. You have to be good at it.
You have to be good at it. Yeah. I mean.
Right. So let's just get out there, and I'm going to show the fighters because I want to see them. I want to fly them, and Adam Wood said earlier that you haven't actually seen the cockpit of those yet. So I think that's going to be.
Let's get him one. That's
going to be interesting.
We're getting all the scoops. That's good.
We get all the best bits. We get all the best bits.
All the best bits.
If you do have any questions for myself or Steve,
please.
I'm on these live streams all the time, so you can bother me later. But if you have any questions for this guy, feel free to ask. He'll only be able to answer some of them, depending on what you're asking.
There are a lot of people suggesting that we do something mean like leaving Ed with either just fixed weapons or replace all of his weapons with mining lasers.
That would be really good. And then dump him in a combat zone. And
that'd be
pledged.
Mean. That'd be mean. But
Starship Enterprises, does the Frontier staff gather around a screen on Thursday and have a drink and laugh at Ed and Will getting killed by Thargoids?
There are a fair few of us actually. We'll sit and watch the streams, whether we're watching it at our desks if we're working. I mean, sometimes after hours we can do that. I watch from home. I know Sally watches. I mean, she's a big fan of several live streamers. I know Paige is a big fan of live streamers. People like Obsidian Ant Malik. You guys, obviously,
We're doing it.
But we do watch, and sometimes we do chuckle.
Chuckling at Ed, though, right?
Yes, Ed. Yeah, obviously,
it's not
it's
me,
pure
right?
admiration for you, Will.
Because I'd have to kick you off the live stream if.
Well, that's it.
We have lots of questions coming in. Steve, are there any plans to enhance player CG rewards, i.e. temporary discount for ships in the system?
We can look at, we do look at various CG rewards. So I know we haven't done a ship discount or a module discount one for a while, so I can mention that to the CG guys and say, hey, have we thought about varying them up a bit more? There's obviously the decals, which we're issuing on a semi-random basis. It's not semi-random. It's on a kind of monthly basis. So we're kind of doing that sort of stuff. We can certainly have a look. And I know the guys are currently poring over the community submissions. So thank you very much for those. Darren and Rich have been going over those and seeing what fits into their schedules. There's loads already. Of submissions and some really good ones. And I believe Darren's been in touch with a few commanders who've for ones coming soon.
I had a few questions up above. I'm trying to. Someone asked me to boost. I'll boost at this nav beacon. I'm going to try and shoot people with
hear the sound.
Rockets.
Which hottest do you guys prefer?
I've only used the PlayStation.
Well, I've got a PlayStation Thrustmaster. I've got one of those for my PS4. I have an X52 Pro on my desk. I've used the Warthog, which is very shiny.
Very shiny.
But a little bit too heavy for me. I think they're all pretty good. But personally, I use it on my PS4. I use the Thrustmaster, which is my primary account.
Solid one.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just having a look at the questions.
Yes. You pick any you like, Steve, to answer. Of course, we can't answer all of them. We'll try our best, but there's just some we cannot answer.
No, well, someone asking, can they play as a Thargoid? And unless they're a Thargoid, asking that, I don't think so.
Yeah. Why would you want to play as Thargoids? Are they evil? Who knows? Will players be able to see what progress is being made with the Colonia's engineers' ability?
Yes, they will. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. So yes, they will. There's at each base there will be a article in the local news articles for that for that engineer. That will show per module the current grade or the current skill level for that module and the percentage towards progress to the next one. So yeah, there will be hopefully clear indications of what you can do there.
So I'm boosting now, for those who want to hear the boost.
So be quiet.
Gigan says, if Will thought about it very hard, would he be able to explode my head using only his mind?
No.
I think it's a reference to my jumper.
Yes, I think it is.
And
and also scanners, but you know.
Scanners.
It depends on what generation you're in. It's Kira or scanners.
Showing your age there, I think.
What's going to be your favourite thing coming in this new update? Well, personally, I think the Cloner engineers are one of the best things we've added. So the new scenarios and missions are very cool. The fighters, I think.
The fighters are cool.
The fighters are very cool.
It's unlocking how you unlock them, I think, for me. But we don't want to say too much.
We can't say too much, no. And yeah, so I'd go with those. I'd say the scenarios and the way to unlock them, the fighters themselves are very cool, and the Cloner engineers for me, I think, because it's one of the it's nice to have one of those missing pieces filled, and it's just like we can get those in.
I want to test these rockets. I don't think I've even customised.
Also, there's something in the patch notes which makes me a very happy bunny as well. But
are you allowed to talk? Well, it's in the patch notes, so you can talk about it. Go for it, Steve.
There's a certain decal in there that we've been wanting to get in for a while, and has been put in there. So
what is it, Steve?
It's I believe it's the Triple Elite decal. For those who are very good at the game. But yes,
how is
saw
that
that in the patch notes
acquired?
By getting elite in all 3 ranks in your in your trade, in your exploration, in your combat.
This is how Ed is doing.
is not
So
part of that.
Those 3, the top 3.
The top 3, yeah, the original 3. So yeah.
I'm just gonna.
Yes.
Show this person.
Sorry. Sub 29 says, "What's about Gnosis?"
What's going on with the Gnosis?
The Gnosis.
Something's happening with the Gnosis. Actually.
So Canon are off exploring.
Yeah.
They think they found a region in the Col 70 region, I believe, and they're going to investigate some very interesting things, or hopefully find some very interesting things out in that region of space. So there's been a big, I believe, a big push on social media to try and get as many people involved as possible. So they found, I believe, 3 systems which were previously inaccessible. They're planning on jumping in there and seeing what's in there. So exciting stuff.
I think I'm using the weakest lasers here, but luckily I've got some help.
If you've just got some standard, lasers.
I will be able to use the new missiles.
I don't think it outfitted this. Although get your why don't you jump in your fighter?
Oh, that's a good idea. Let's do this. So I'm jumping in the Lance.
In the Lance. So this is the one with the Gauss cannons.
Let's see how well I do.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool. I get to be the first person to fly one of these. Oh dear.
On a live stream, yeah.
On a live stream. My ship is under attack, but that's fine.
That's all right.
So I'm very happy about this. Showcasing it brilliantly, as you can see.
Sorry, quickly saw something about lighting. I know there are lighting improvements coming later in the year, so which we have shown off previously.
Yes, I believe so.
So yeah,
we've had a few. We did have a few kind of additions to that, I believe, earlier on in the year, and there's more to come.
There's more to come. Yes, very exciting.
I seem to be doing okay.
Yeah,
so they're getting away a bit.
So somebody again, I think, mentioned the fact that the HUD doesn't necessarily look Guardian. One thing to note: this is a hybrid fighter, so it is a hybridization of Guardian tech and human tech. So the HUD, a lot of the controls are actually human built, based on Guardian, blueprints, knowledge, and materials. So yeah, that's the reason it has still a human looking HUD.
I'm just going to kind of show you guys.
Why aren't you trying these against Thargoids? Because he's not brave enough.
I haven't. Have you seen the big bug hunt with me and Ed? We've been taking on Thargoids, and we're still learning to deal with that.
Wow.
But look, this
They're a tough
is one of them.
That is
pretty.
It is absolutely awesome. I do like the like the look of these, and the separated cockpit is an interesting thing. So it's held by various energies are holding the thing together.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which we can get close there and see. Look at this. Let's go and jump in the other one.
Cool. I've not actually flown these.
It's great,
So
Steve. You should be. It's great. It's really awesome.
You pay me back for the crate now.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Looks like a mini TIE Defender. Fire the guns, please, Will.
Oof. Yes. So
That gets hot.
yeah.
Again, haven't used Gauss cannons before. Oh no, focus. These are focus. Oh no, they are.
No, they're gas
I'm
focus
right.
cannons. Yeah.
But I've not
They're
used them before.
slightly different from the gas cannons on the main ships, but they're of the same weapon family.
Let's.
Oh, yeah, I think you're going to have to dock.
Oh, are you?
Oh, come on, you can dock into your ship, unless your ship's been...
No, it's still there.
No, it's still there, green pip, yeah.
Is that-
Just dock with your ship,
Okay, I've got
be
this.
fine.
It's moving. Steve, or am I moving? It's me, right?
It's you, yes. It's not you, it's me, yes.
It's a little agile thing.
Yeah, they're flight model, so yeah, looking at where they fit in with the other fighters. So they're aimed to be agile, but they're not quite as agile as the Imperial fighter. They're aimed to be fast, but they're not quite as fast as the Federal fighter. They're aimed to be tough, but they're not quite as tough as the Taipan. Because obviously you don't want to just say, hey, get these guys and you'll forget about the other fighters.
Yeah.
So we want to maintain those balances. But yeah, it's very much a case. We want them to fit in, but we want them to be obviously very, very cool and very fun to fly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where they fit in. They should be fast, nimble, fairly powerful, but hopefully not make the others obsolete.
I've changed the flight controls on this.
You've got a request.
So I feel like I've had a bit too much of the onion head.
Oh, you're upside down for a start. And you haven't requested docking.
We're working on this, Steve. This is a...
Have we not taught you how to fly fighting?
No, well, right, so... Fighters, for me,
Yeah.
I've never survived after being in one. So I've
so
never
you
had
just-
to bring
you blow,
one back.
You blow up and right, okay, so go down to the roll switch panel at the bottom. Okay, select your helm. No, select helm.
Oh.
Right, request dock. Okay, so it'll open the docking bay and it'll project a little tunnel for you to come in.
Oh, okay.
So it'll guide you in.
That's a lot easier. I think
Yeah.
people in the chat there were advising me.
Sorry, yeah, I hadn't realised. So every time you've flown a fighter, it's been a kind of critical failure.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
I've never lived long enough.
That explains a lot. It's like, yeah, I've never,
Am I doing this
never
right?
landed a plane. I can fly, I can't land.
Just, yeah.
It's fine.
Done it on live stream with one of the Guardian fighters, first time landing.
Awesome.
So there, you get to share my pain. Yes, look.
Yes.
It
is, but yeah, I mean, the thing is interesting because if you've never tried the game's so big, you can have played the game for as many hours as you.
Yeah.
And it's like, actually, no, I've never landed a fighter.
Never landed a fighter
there are
because it
certain
always
things.
failed.
Yeah, there are certain things. It's like, I have to say on my live account, I've never encountered a Thargoid. On my live account, never done it. It's just not happened for me yet. And I've not gone looking for them.
We'll change that tonight, Steve.
Because I'm a big wuss. So,
No, we're going to change that. We're going to go hunting.
We'll go hunting. Okay, I'll get my...
So I think this is the Lance.
I don't know them off by heart. So
Trident,
so
see.
you're in
The
Lance
last
before.
one was the Lance.
Yes. So yeah,
Let's
so
have a
they're
look.
all kind of... See, this one has, just has those extra wings on it.
I love the energy.
The Tron Trails.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're
they are very
the
cool.
Tron trails.
Sorry. But it's the energy trails.
That's all I'm going to think of now when I see them. But
yeah, they are very, very sleek, very cool. Yeah, the art guys did a stunning job on concepting these and building them. Because they're also instantly recognisable as that is something Guardian. It's got all those family traits of the blue energy, the shape of it, the texturing of it. It's just screams Guardian.
It's like one of those grabber machines. What are they called? The grabber things.
The toy crane things.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember exactly what they're called. But yeah.
Alien
they
things.
do. Yeah.
So I'm going to try.
I do like the cockpits. Honestly, I can see what everyone's like saying. Yeah, it feels very kind of TIE fighter-ish. Yeah,
it does. It feels.
But I also love the
fragile.
Love the fact that you're looking down. It's just like you can see where the human tech has been kind of bolted into the Guardian tech, and it's as I said, these are experimental craft. These are. It's not like, hey, these have been in production hundreds of years, like some of the ships.
Fresh.
These are fresh, these are new.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ramtar Engineering has basically analysed the blueprints and schematics and things that people have found from the codexes, and so it's basically said, I think we can do this. And
everybody's correcting me there, or at least telling me that it's the claw.
The claw. Yes.
But look at this. This is really cool.
Yeah, the plasma autocannon is very cool.
I don't have the sound right now. I'm not sure if we can hear it. I'm going to try. Oh, I can. It's great.
Yep.
It's good. Good sound.
Yep.
Let's go back and get the other one. If people want to see the final one.
Yeah, go for it.
You get to have the pleasure of me. I'm going to do it because I want people to see that I can do it. I swear. I know what I've done here. I've changed the controls slightly. So I've got the sudden stop.
All right.
Putting throttle to 0.
Yep.
But it also changes my flight controls.
Whee. Right, I'm looking for some more questions.
Yeah, just to sort of touch base with everybody, the servers are down to deploy 3.2. We're here to keep you company while you wait, and we wait for the servers to come back online. So if you have any questions about this update or for Steve, go ahead. They can be personal questions like which donuts do you prefer, ringed or jam-filled? Are they different?
Well, ring donuts have no filling because they've got a ring.
They're filled by air though, aren't they?
No.
Catch-22, they're still filled something.
Custard donuts all the way.
What did I do wrong?
You thrusted down. Up.
It's reverse.
Oh dear. Right. Nothing to announce. I was seeing a bunch of people asking about new SRVs and new things like that. There's nothing to announce on those at this time, so I'm afraid I can't answer those. Change colours, new fighters, engines, like the weapons. I'm not entirely sure if we've got customization on the engine trails for the fighters.
I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything about it at the minute.
We can certainly ask if it's possible in the future. If it's not currently available, we can add it to the list of things you guys, obviously would like. How busy is it at Frontier at the moment? So it's exceedingly busy. It's very, very, very busy. So we're all very busy trying to get, obviously, release this update.
Yeah.
Working full pelt on quarter 4 update, and
there's more to come.
There's loads more to come. So as we said, this is the second one of the smaller updates for this year, and the Beyond season. So the quarter 4 one is the kind of big finale of that, and there's some very cool, very exciting stuff in that.
Can't speak about it today, though.
Okay, not speaking about
We're not allowed to speak about it today, I'm afraid.
Okay. But yes, some very good stuff coming in, and that is, I know exactly what my favourite feature in that is, but I'm not allowed to say. So,
don't you dare, Steve.
No,
or I'll have to throw you out of this room.
So,
someone asked, how do you unlock these Guardian fighters? Can we talk a little bit without saying too much?
Well, obviously it's linked to Guardian things, and those who've been paying attention to the trailers so both the teaser trailer and the release trailer, may have noticed something new, and that's all I'm going to say.
Well, Commander Levian Nova there has posted up what you actually need to create these.
Aha, yes, so
there you go. It might be in the patch notes. I haven't actually seen the final patch notes.
The recipes, may well be in the patch notes, although I wouldn't have thought so. But yeah, I mean, it is linked to, obviously, Guardian Tech. So being able to go out and find some of those and, play with those. Can we please? So Dylan Briggs, can we please have some better scaling in combat zones? We can have a look at combat zones and see what we can do.
Yeah.
Obviously, if there's any specifics, feel free to put something on the forums.
I have a personal request.
Yes.
For that.
What would that be?
Possibly when I get into a conflict zone, it just gets easier for me.
Just for you?
Yeah, so I don't get blown up all the time.
So you want that if Will Flanagan set to easy?
Yes. Right. Set to easiest mode ever.
Let Will win.
Let Will win mode, because...
Not going to happen, my friend. I'm very sorry, but yeah.
Well, if I work here, why can't I get my
Because that's not how it
requests
works. Well, you can't just make it easier for you.
Well, okay, maybe any player winged up with me.
Practice. wing up with all the great combat pilots we've got out there. Instead of winging up with me, who's a terrible combat.
Yeah, so people saying here, get goodwill.
Yeah, get
good. It's true. It's what I should do.
I'm
going to land for you all. I'm going to dock for you all.
On the greens.
Nah.
You're a bad man.
Nah, I don't need that.
Don't need that.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a little whack
Scraping
there.
the paint, it's fine.
All fine.
No, it's fine. Nobody wants... So, unfortunately, I can't. We're not. I don't think we're talking about 3 point. So like the quarter four.
We're not talking about any of that right now.
So unfortunately, can't say.
But we have news to share in the near future.
Yes, we will definitely share it. So we would like a medium-sized Saab Kruger ship. So that would be the. I thought the Orca was a. I have to check. But yeah, I mean, we're always thinking about new ship ideas and new ways to have those in. So yeah, I will add that to the list.
I'm getting there. I'm nearly docked.
So many questions I'm not allowed to answer.
Before we show the final fighter, would you like to give away a Gamescom Anaconda paint job?
Cool. Do we have a picture of that?
We do.
I've not seen that.
We do.
Cool. Shall we show these guys? Yeah. Let's give one away.
It's here.
That's a ticket to Gamescom.
It's on the ticket to Gamescom, Steve.
So it's a purple and white Anaconda paint job.
Yes, and these were only available to those who came to Gamescom, but today we're going to give away some as well.
I don't have one of those.
So sort of something to think about, Steve, is that just because you work here doesn't mean you get the promotional paint jobs.
It's a double. I see. It works
you put
two
my
ways.
requests in.
Not happening. I'll forgo the paint job. We can give it to these lovely people. I'm not making the game easier for you, Will. Sorry. We're friends and all that, but no.
What would you like people to say? Make the game easier for Will?
No. I think they should. Oh. I don't know. Where's you put me on the spot?
That's it, Steve. This is a live stream. You're on the spot. I love Will. Will's great. 3.2.
I don't love Will. Yeah. I mean,
Guardian Fighter.
Yeah, Guardian Fighters, yay. Go on. Hashtag Guardian Fighters, yay.
You say that, and we're going to pick one of you to win one of the paint jobs from Gamescom.
Yes. It's all good.
A delicious. Oh no, that's the wrong screen. That's also the wrong screen.
It wasn't Jess asking for more pink, was it?
We need more purple.
We need more
look at this.
Why purple?
There's purple. So they just want more purple,
more
right?
purple. Yeah.
Even more purple, because purple is an important colour. Right, what am I doing? I'm buying while that's going crazy.
Yeah, buy the other fighter. So let's do it.
Browse shop. We've got it unlocked already. It won't come unlocked, you will have to unlock it yourselves.
You will.
The javelin.
This is it.
It's the
This
sharp
is the
one.
sharp, pointy one. Yes, all named after spear types.
What's your favourite spear type?
Trident.
I like a halberd, is that an axe?
A halberd, that's an axe.
It's
yeah,
like an
not-
axe,
it's not-
lance,
I mean, could you
spear.
a pike? Wouldn't that
Oh,
be?
like a pike. Good old
Yeah.
pike. Once you've said it
No,
once,
I
please
would-
only say it one time.
Yes. But no, definitely a trident for me. Sorry. Looks like a big
It's
fork.
nice, yeah. It's aquatic.
It's aquatic, looks like a big fork.
You could eat sausages off it. You could eat sausages off all of them.
Well, to be fair, yeah.
Actually.
But, I mean, you know, at that point is a skewer. In some form. You know, that's how you're going to do it. That's all.
Right,
Right.
we're here.
You're in.
Boost out.
Get out of weapons range as well, just to make sure you don't get blown up by the station. We wouldn't want that. Nobody wants that. Well, it's headship though, isn't it?
It's headship. We
Never
can do
mind,
whatever
can
we
do
want.
You won't mind a few
We'll ruin it.
crimes. It'll be all right.
It's very
This
exciting.
is where
So
Ed's watching at his desk and going,
like-
"No."
disrupts
Why
it. Disrupts the stream by breaking
That's it.
something and then blaming it on me.
Well, that'll be it.
Okay, let's deploy
Think
this.
what else we can? What else we can?
Have you got
mention?
anything to say about this update and the next? If you
Well, the
were-
next one is I mean, it's just massively exciting. There's things we've been wanting to get into the game. Well, me personally, but also the design team want to get into the game for like a couple of years. So that's now coming into the update for Q4. This update, yeah. I mean, I just again, it's all for me. It's the new content we can add. So the new fighters, the new scenarios we've added, and the Colonial Engineers. Just that element of quality of life is just the big one. So I know this is the small one. I mean, it's kind of odd because we're always looking like 6 months, a year, kind of down the line as designers. So yeah, I mean the stuff in the Q4 update is just for me is immense, and I'm very very excited for that stuff.
So, I'm going to choose our winner now. I do have to do the ceremonious
Clicky.
clicking.
What are we at?
Oh, I've gone the wrong way.
You've gone the wrong way. You've gone down instead of up. That's all right. Go on. Does this help?
This is the magical hand of winning.
Who we got?
Luke Gardner. Luke Gardner, you have won
Congratulations.
a Gamescom paint job. What I need you to do is email us at community@frontier.co.uk and just say, hey, I won that paint job, give me. And we will give you.
Obviously, you say please and thank you and that stuff as well, because it's only
helps,
polite, but it makes him feel better. That's all right.
I have to put up with Steve berating me all the time.
I'm sorry, do I berate you?
Nah, not really.
Okay.
I just like it for the show
All
more
right.
than anything.
To just make me out to be the bad guy.
Yes,
Fair enough.
yes, you are.
I
Really,
can play
Steve.
that role.
Let's shoot this as well. Let's have a little shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, like that.
Yeah. So this is the shard launcher. So it's kind of a slightly closer range weapon than the others, but it's got a very wide spread. So good for larger targets, maybe.
Like a thorn.
Like an interceptor, maybe. Cyclops, a basilisk, the dreaded Medusa.
Scary stuff.
Yes. Yeah, I'm staying well clear of those on my ship. The Wendy 2 is just not catered for that. It's a trading and exploration ship. It's
We have about 10 minutes left before we cut to a short break. When we're back, Ed and I will be going off to Colonia using Dev Magic to get there to sort of show the engineers and
show 'em
maybe play around with them and just show you guys how it works. But is there anything else you'd like to say to me or Steve? Steve, is there anything else you'd like to answer?
Just saying any new plans for larger ships in the future. Never rule anything out. So we're always looking at the ship backbone and what ships we can add and where we want to add them. So I won't rule anything out. Our ships are good against humans as well as Thargoids. So they'll have the same effectiveness as the other Guardian weapons and things like that. So better against Thargoids but they can be used against humans. But fight for humanity. Come on, let's all get on our side and fight against the Thargoids.
Will these be effective versus human ships?
That's. Well,
Did you just answer?
They will have an effectiveness level, but it's better against Thargoids than, I believe, than humans.
Will, can you fire those large missiles, please? Yeah, sure. Let me get back into. I'm going to just do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to cheat.
That'll be all right.
Sure. I don't think I can. I need a target. Oh no, there you go. Just going off to space.
That's an interesting idea. So, some guy named Jamie, it's a very interesting idea. I'll make sure that is...
What's the idea?
I see. Starfighter, so it's an interesting idea. I mean, as I said, we never rule anything out. The way we kind of look at it is we're obviously constantly looking at the game. We have it's well documented, we have our big wish list of features we want to add. We look at what you guys want us to add. We constantly re-evaluate the game and look at it and say, right, okay, we feel that there's a gap here, or there's something that's not being quite supported as much as it could be, so we'll kind of look at that, we'll prioritise it, and then kind of hopefully come up with the features that we go. So it does mean that, sometimes you can have 50 really, really good things you want to add to the game, but for the scale of one update, you can only add 10 of them, or so that's why we keep saying we've got this big list, and it really is, and it's an ever-growing one. But we just keep reviewing the game. We'll keep looking at it. We'll keep saying it. If you guys have ideas, please put them in the suggestions forums. We do read them, and we can just hopefully just keep making the game better and better and better.
Someone in the chat wanted me to fire at my fighter, so I'm doing it. Because I'm Maverick. Someone asked also about FX18. We don't have anything to announce about FX at the moment. David Braben did mention it on the last launch live stream. Someone asked the question. We'll host an FX when we're ready to.
Yeah. Well, it's not just about Elite, is it? It's about the entire company as a whole. So, So I'm just looking for some of these.
Firing at Commander Lewis, how could you, says Jimmy R. It's easy. It was an easy decision.
It's an easy decision, yes.
And there you go. That's what it looks like blown up.
And it blows up. To be fair, I mean, is it a bad thing if you're blowing up your own stuff?
Is it a crime?
No, because you can't commit a crime against yourself.
Leads to bigger debates.
Are you going to prosecute?
I'd like to sue myself, please.
Send me to jail.
Will please fly Ed's most valuable ship into the sun?
Don't do that. That's mean. No.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not at the mercy.
No.
Not right now. He's got to come back in here, and we've got to sort of play the game together. So if I just destroy everything, bad news. Bad news. Well, Steve, thank you for joining me today.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you guys for hopping on here and letting us keep you company. 3.2 is soon deployed.
Yep.
We'll have more information very soon. The patch notes are on the forums. But right now I'm gonna show the trailer again.
Cool.
We had a video, so we're going to show that. And then I'll be back with Ed in a short while to do some Colonia engineering exploring. Yeah.
Cool.
So back soon, very soon, folks.
Right. Take care. Fly safe, guys.
Hi there.
Hi there, welcome back.
Welcome back. I found Ed.
Well, I was having a hoedown.
He was having a hoedown.
How are you all doing? Welcome back to the 3.2 launch live stream. What a very exciting day it has been, and we have had, and it is going to be for you lot later on. We're just here, sort of, semi-distracting you while the server's down. Go look over in this direction.
Yeah, look. The server's
over
down.
here. Look over here.
Listen to us.
Will's playing the game.
I'm playing the game. I'm looking for the weapons.
You're looking for the weapons. So which ones are you looking for?
I'm looking for a dumbfire missile.
Look for missiles then on the far right hand side. Missile racks. So I think the smaller.
We've got the seeker
So you've got-
missiles.
The size ones will be the ones that you're thinking of, right? Unless you're looking for large. These are the small. Oh gosh, he's doing it. I think I might have already had some of them. The 3 missile.
Oh, I think I've just replaced them. I've just replaced them. Actually.
Thanks very much. Great. Yep, we'd already got the ones that we needed. So, how is everybody doing? What are you all up to? Sorry, I'll let you find the other ones first before I switch the.
No worries.
Stellard says, "Which one is Ed?" I am Ed, and this is Will.
I'm Ed. You're Will.
No. Let's not do that. My
You're
name's
Ed.
Ed, and I work here at Frontier Developments, one of the community management team.
Catchphrase, please.
All of the best ones are here.
No, the other one.
Part of the Frontier Developments.
Hello, I'm Ed Lewis, and I'm part of the community management team here at Frontier Developments. Is the catchphrase.
Oh gosh. But basically today 3.2 is coming out. Now 3.2 has lots of exciting things. There's wing missions, 2 new types of wing mission. There's a planetary, usually revolving around planetary settlement things. Did you just talk through those with Steve? Or?
I didn't talk about those with Steve. We spoke about the engineers, of course, and also showed off some of the new fighters as well that people can get their hands on.
Did people enjoy looking at the fighters?
What did you think, people? Did you like the new fighters? Are you interested by them?
Lycanthrope says, "It looks like I've been attacked by a vampire." You wish, Lycanthrope. I can see that you're a Lycanthrope. You like vampire-related stuff because of lycanthropy.
There's werewolf though, isn't it?
Yeah, but
they're
if you
all
like
they're linked.
If you like
they?
werewolves and you like vampires.
But do you think there are like team werewolf?
I
and
don't know if
team
you have seen this,
vampire?
Will, but I do have a vampire mark here, and I am.
I can't see anything.
It doesn't. No, it's just my imagination.
What? Someone asked if I could make their head go like this because of the jumper, I think.
God, they explode.
With my mind.
My head, make people's heads explode. All right, so we're going to be around for the next sort of hour. This is kind of a bit more of a relaxed. You're looking for experimental weapons, I think, Will.
Oops.
They're explosives. Oh, that's interesting. For some reason, whether or not... Remember, we're working with a hot build, so I do apologise if there's anything that is that's happening with it that shouldn't
Luckily,
be
you
happening.
can't see what's on my screen right now.
But for some reason, we don't have the guns ready on this account. But you'll be able to play around with all of those.
Let's just go to Colonia
later on. I mean, there is already this as well, which I can show actually. Are we heading off to Colonia?
We're going to go to Colonia and just check out the...
Oh, 1 second, don't do that just yet. I want to show something really quickly. The new weapons are here, and we can list them as well. So why don't we just...
we have got the images.
Oh, hold on. It's not worked for us for some reason. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to have to skip through... Oh, 1 second, I'll just close that down. And then bring that up. Yes, so as we can see, you can see the weapons that are coming in the next update here as well. We can actually have a little quick read through.
We've got the large gunfire missile. These are all on patch notes, so you'll be able to find them if you want to see everything in detail about this update. We've got the large seeking missile, the large torpedo launcher, the large multi-cannon turret, and then we've got small shot cannons, we've got turret gimbals fixed, and then we've got small Guardian plasma launchers, turret fixed, and then small Guardian shard cannons, turret fixed, and then a fixed small Guardian Gorse cannon. All of that is on the patch notes, so if you go to the patch notes, you'll be able to see it.
I have just noticed the restock all button that we have as well above our heads. 4,924,970,000. Hot build, ladies and gentlemen. Hot
I'm
build.
really tempted
so everything
to.
that you're seeing, don't not restock for all that amount. All right, let's go to Colonia. Let's have just a little bit of a let's play for this last little section here. Again, we're currently still saying I think it's probably a little more likely to be around 4 p.m. today for when the servers come back on. We will be finishing the stream at 3 because we've got a few things as well that we need to do behind the scenes to prepare. But we're here to talk to you and just keep you entertained. So, how has everybody been? What has everybody been up to? Will needs to take control of the mouse. There you go. You do the dev magic while I chat with people.
You chat with them.
Click on it, says Carbundren. It's too late now. We've already clicked on it.
I really
great.
wanted
As
to.
the story. So what have you all been doing? How has your afternoon? What are you filling your time with? What will you be doing first when 3.2 comes back up offline? And also, what do you have for lunch, or what are you having for your next meal? Because that is the real important question here today.
Ed is asking the important questions,
You're
and
hungry,
I'm a bit hungry.
So sorry, you should have eaten before.
No, I had some fudge. It was delicious, but it was not substantial. And I'm gonna eat after, but I'm all right now.
You had some fudge.
Delicious fudge and strawberry flavoured water, which is my new
Exploring with the
favourite
Gnosis. Oh, of course. Are people getting on the Gnosis? I hope so.
thing. Yes.
Landscaping my god and watching our shenanigans.
Sounds like a nice afternoon.
Sounds like a lovely. Some people are having doner kebab. Is there a particular buzz in the office about the Gnosis jump? There's interest, that's for sure. Stream keeps feeding audios okay. I'm very, very sorry to hear you're experiencing stream lag. Please just press the F5 button. Hopefully it'll be something to do with YouTube side and it will be something that is improved shortly. If not, it could be something to do with our internet connection. Let's find out.
Orange Spark says, first thing I'm going to do is, and then the question ran off the screen. First thing, when the servers go online, I'll be launching and going to look for the Guardian beacons.
Starship Enterprise says, we are filling our time watching this live stream. We all want to know as much as possible about stuff that's coming out for this game, and I want wholeheartedly appreciate all of your support. Basically, you got the fighters.
I've used dev magic to get here.
What are you looking for?
The engineers.
Okay. Remember, hot build. If you see anything in there that shouldn't be in there, just please, bear with us. Is it in the system that you're in?
Yeah.
You have to go to this.
I'm in it.
You have to do a system scan or go to the nav beacon because you used dev magic to get here.
I did.
He's got to be on there. No, is he on Morse Charm?
I don't think so. Let's have a look. It's cool.
It's the it's a what's it called, asteroid base. Go there anyway. We're not in a rush to do anything.
Let's do a little bit of exploring in this.
Hey, will these fighters be available in Arena CQC by any chance, or is Arena CQC a EOL? Well, these fighters have not been put into CQC as far as I'm aware, and I don't really have anything to announce about that. It doesn't mean that it's gone or anything like that. What are you looking for here, Will? You're getting used to your...
yeah, just remapping everything
scanning.
in my head.
Oh, you're doing the discovery scanner and stuff like that?
Yeah,
okay, I see.
right, okay. I'm on my way.
He's got it, he's mapped.
He's worked something that happened today was that whenever I've used a fighter, I've always been destroyed. So I've never had to redock it.
Did you redock it today?
So I redocked it, the Guardian one on the live stream.
Did Will do a fine job?
It was painful at first.
I'm not playing today, Akuda Fox, so I won't die, but I'm almost pretty certain that he will die. I have a bug in my hair, apparently. Thank you. I don't think it is.
Strange occurrences always happen to you.
Yeah.
Odd bleeding here and there.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? I don't know if he is here, but I want to go there anyway because I've never actually been to an asteroid.
Yeah, they're great. They're great, exciting things. Euphoric asks a question about space legs. This is not something that we'll be discussing today on today's live stream, but we are glad to hear that people are excited about the future of Elite Dangerous. Now, when we have anything to say about anything about the future of Elite Dangerous, we'll of course talk about it. But first of all, we have today's 3.2 update with all of this content coming in, and then as well, after that, it's the all-important 3.3 update, which comes after it, which of course is where all of the juicy sort of exploration and mining stuff is going to come in, and the codex. Very, very exciting, very, very cool things. We can't wait to share more with you all about those things as well in the coming weeks and months. Let's say months first.
Let's say months, and then... But more information in the future. Could be any time, but it will be within months.
Random Ronald says that the strange bleeding is the Thargoid cloaking device wearing off his real form coming through. I do like that there's a few people in the chat that seem to believe that I'm a
small
Thargoid.
society of people.
It is odd, isn't it? It's like a certain key selection of people who seem to think that I am a Thargoid. Red Munchkin Gaming says, looking forward to the mining with a smiling face. Red Munchkin Gaming, it was very lovely to see you again at Gamescom. That was absolutely awesome. Moore's Charm, been there, done that, says Jason Cowley. Great.
So maybe this is not
was
the right
improved immensely. Well done. Since lunch, you mean? Because I was towards the end of my bit. I was like, my eyes still look.
How did you sleep last night?
I slept lying down like I usually do.
Just got it. Haha. But how did you sleep well?
Oh god. Yeah, I did. For the first time in about 2 weeks, I've not been sleeping particularly well. That's for sure. He's going to be on planet side.
So we're going to find the nav beacon, right?
Yeah, just go to the. What, did you not drop in there?
No, I chose not to. I was like, maybe this is the right place. I'm doing it. It's my day.
You'll be the first person on live stream to visit this engineer. So if you can't find it, there's no shame in that, sir. Like, because nobody else has ever been to it or seen it. So in this version of the game, which I think is quite cool, but at the same time also, you might not be able to find it. Just go back in there and we'll work it out. We can work it out. It'll be great. Well, I've updated my name with my content name 3 times today. YouTube is just being awkward. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Dedicated large relationship will be interesting. There's good pieces of feedback. Happy Shuttle says Ed and Will look jaundice, or is it my monitor? We do look a little yellow actually.
It's my tan when I went on holiday.
We've got
My tan's faded.
tanned all the time. We do look a little yellow. Oh, the lights on correctly.
Simpsons.
We're the Simpsons.
Must be.
Also, maybe we're just a bit jaundiced. Is the new personal computers that can be worn on tablet form? Until there's been shown on Gallant, does the in-game trade show match up with the real-life trade show? I don't think so. No, in fact, no, it does not. Whoa, Nelly! Look at this beautiful thing, though. They're pretty cool, aren't they?
They're very cool.
Remember to request docking before you try.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Just wanted to have a look.
So, people excited to use the Crusader?
Request docking.
Starship Enterprises asks about band. It's not something we talk about in the official live streams. I feel like that would be unprofessional. This is beautiful, by the way. Just look at that. Look at that scene that we're in right now. We're getting in the way of it, but it's incredible. Who's Bart and who's Millhouse? Oh, it's a good
I'm Ralph.
question. Yeah, neither. You're Ralph and I'm Barney.
Sounds accurate. Sounds accurate. Here we are.
Right down there. Watch out for that beat and
Sounds
pylon.
like Jon Snow then.
Right down there. Not that again. You love the crate. The crate is absolutely awesome as well. Red Munchkin Gaming says, my plan is to get the Crusader, then get my Guardian bits for the fighter. People are excited about the alliance ship with the fighter bay, which is awesome. I'm really glad. Depends if it has a decent FSD range. Do the Barney burp, Ed. I don't think I can do the Barney burp. Ed, are you going to go to LakeCon next year? I absolutely hope so.
I hope I get to go.
What version of the Will clone are we on, Ed? This is version 14 of Will.
Been reeled out.
With the other ones are charging or are being
I
used.
think I came.
You could tell a funny story about Will on the.
People don't know about this clone thing that's been coming up today and would like to know more. You can ask Play yourself. But there was talk at Gamescom about cloning me.
You need landing gear.
I'm not really sure why.
Landing gear.
Good reminder. This clone doesn't know about landing gear. So too fast. But yeah, there was discussion about cloning me for various reasons.
Okay.
So that's why people are asking about
second can't play. Could you show the external? Yeah, we will absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Next time we're on a flying trip out there, we'll go and we'll show the external. Let's have a look what contacts we got here at this place, by the way. He wants to do it. Press it.
No, we don't want it to break everything. Oh, great. Let's do that.
Hi, Vinci Lewis. Thanks, Teddy Moser. Legend.
So this isn't the right place.
No, jump out the jump out and jump back into the. You got the invitation from the.
Yeah.
Okay, so jump to the next system over, perhaps, and then see if you can accept the. Then lock onto his location and see if he'll.
People are wondering about that 4 billion restock. It's
hi, we're
hot
playing
build.
a hot build today here on the Elite Dangerous live stream. Today, 3.2 comes out, and we're playing an internal 3.2 build. So hopefully that won't be in there when it's finished. I'm not entirely sure what it is to stock 4.3 billion. The ammunition for the new Dumbfire missile racks might be very expensive currently.
We'll keep our eyes on that. Just in case.
All right, let's zoom away from this a little bit, but then let's get to see some external shots for our friend as well.
Yeah, sure.
Before the stream ends, please press the restart button.
I will.
Okay, we'll do it.
Because then if it breaks, it's like the stream's over anyway, it's fine.
Yeah, if it breaks, that's nice if it just crashes. All right.
I'm cursed, that's all.
Lovely. So yeah, it's similar to the other style of the Alliance ships. Challenger and the. Hey, Will, what is your favourite ship currently in the game?
Asp Explorer. Do you know, I've just learned to love it so much.
That's a cool shot, man. Look at that shot. Boost away now. No, oh, you need to do the clicking of the left stick. Well, you're back in. Sorry, don't worry about it. Hey, it's okay. It's all right.
I clicked
Honestly,
all the
it's
buttons
quite
you
scary.
told me not to do.
Another spoiler. It is indeed another spoiler. That's right. It's off.
And then the stream ends would have been perfect. But
Oh god.
yes.
Yeah, similar to the Chieftain. Yeah. It's
you're
actually the Crusader, which is the new Alliance ship in there. The big difference, the main difference that it's got,
Come back.
is that it has a.
Come back, please.
You don't know how to get rid of it. It's gone now. It's gone forever. Right.
Ooh.
Okay. What are you doing here now? You want to slow down the ship, and then you want to. Yeah, and then you want to get close to it. Well, are you okay?
I'm just going to beast.
Yeah, okay. Great. If in doubt.
Look at that, though.
It is very
Two
cool.
blue
Yeah, it's
lights amongst the
it's
stars.
very atmospheric. It's very atmospheric. Yes, we'll be doing some more paint job giveaways as well. Absolutely. It has the. It has a. The big difference is that it has a
Fighter bay.
fighter bay, of course, and we've already shown off the fighter bays. I still haven't seen them in game.
Have you not?
No.
We can change that, Ed.
Yeah.
But first,
You want to
let's.
jump to the next system over? don't you?
Yeah, let's just jump.
Yep. So you can jump over to the next system over, and then come back. I love you all, says Freaking Recon. Thank you, Freaking Recon. We love you too. DBX needs some colour. Interesting. Whoa. You just. Oh, were you not allowed to do hyperspace jump there?
Clearly not.
Oh, you did press the wrong one. You can do the hyperspace jump now, surely. Down. Yeah. Oh. There you go. Got it.
I think this.
Something wrong with this gamepad. Are you going to play the gamepad?
I remapped it. I realised. Look, I've remapped this.
Okay.
Do you see what I did?
No, I didn't see what you just did.
So I've got the changing the flight controls and the throttle to 0 of the same button. I've remapped
well
it.
done, Will.
I remapped it.
It's how's it hanging, Bogno? Hey, Bogno, it's good to see you. We are. It's interesting. Today is welcome to the live stream. First of all, the thing that we're doing here is we're just kind of in the calmer, more casual let's play mode right now. Of you're gonna go back there and then see. Well, actually, before you do that, go to the menu and see if you can lock onto it via the
engineers
menu. Yeah.
Let's do that.
Because basically we're in Colonia, miles away, engaging with the new engineers. So Steve talked a little bit about how they're all going to work.
Yes.
So I mean, he's got it written down here, so I could read through it again.
You
and
could
discuss
read
these
through
things.
it.
That's all it's delivering for you. Is there a nav beacon in there, or
I didn't see one.
you've got the Discovery scanner? Have you?
I've got one. Yeah, I don't know
have a look.
how
Look onto that and see what happens. Again, remember this is a hot build, and also
useful it is.
we're not playing on the live build as well. This is our internal private test build. So do forgive us if anything goes wrong.
That
or if it's
rebuy.
Different. But the Colonia Engineers will start at grade 1 and 2 for the modules that they support, which is interesting. And each module type is filled up independently of one another.
So if you want to engineer your multi-cannons, and all of the commanders out there are engineering those will advance to a better grade sooner than the others if they're not receiving the same amount. So the commanders have to pull together to kind of improve the services of the engineers. There is a nav beacon. I just
get on it, get it scanned.
Didn't look at it.
So as well. So that's kind of it. They can be leveled up to support grade 5 in all of the modules that they specifically support. Did he give any details on what these engineers will be, sorts of things that they're going to be doing? Or
so they do cover the sort of basis of most engineered modules, with some just the basics. We can look at them here. In fact, if you want to sort of break down Malbrandon. Laser weaponry, shields, frameshift drive, engines, Petra, explosive weaponry, armour, and countermeasures. Etienne, Dawn, even great French name, Etienne. High energy weaponry, sensors, scanners, ship power systems, and life support.
I was going to say he doesn't look like the kind of guy who's got high energy.
No, I think he'd probably push his spectacles up quite a few times as well as he's talking to you. And then you've got Marsha Hicks, who's just ballistic weaponry, fuel scoops, refineries, and Olympic controllers. So we're gonna try and meet one of them.
We're try and meet one of them right now. Yeah, very cool. You're high in the Dev's exploration, smiley face.
You're nearly elite, are you not?
On this one, that's an old percentage as well. I'm at 85% pioneer rank.
Yeah, nearly elite.
And I've been doing some missions in Sothis and Rubigo.
I've used the scanner. I think it's the basic scanner.
Yeah, so I just get enough. You can see how it works for you.
Oh, that time though.
Very, very much could have just unlocked what you needed.
That time.
Have a look. Oh, it's just a map. No, it hasn't. Don't worry about it. We'll just get in there and see if it happens. Get disengaged. Chapter 4 is the real deal, says Citizen 1994. Yes, so this is Chapter 3, which is one of the two smaller updates that are coming out as part of Beyond. There it is, the brig.
Yay!
Get down to the brig. Off he pops. So the brig is a cool name for
the brig.
The brig. Like a
brig in a
brig
ship.
In a ship where you shove naughty people. Oh gosh, I'm really sorry. I forgot what the question was. It's been a really. Can I just say it's been a really long week and a half. For me.
We've
by the end of this week, I'll have been to Stansted 6 times. Stansted Airport.
That's quite a lot.
In 2 weeks as well. And it is that's that, ladies and gentlemen.
You love
friends,
Stansted.
Is I just love
Fly from a different airport.
Can't get enough of it. Is why my eye has a permanent twitch now. It's just exhausting.
Ed, I'm not going to say anything, but you always had that.
Oh, yes, so Chapter 4, of course, yeah, Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 were the 2 smaller updates in the middle, but the 4th one coming out at the end of the year is where all the content, such as the mining, the exploration, and the codex are all coming into play. That said, there's some very, very cool stuff in this, including the fighters, including these Colonia engineers, which are actually a huge change to the game, huge for those in Colonia too. Worth noting that you have to have engaged with certain engineers that are back in the human area of space before you can get involved with those. Before you can get invitations to those in Colonia. We also have the Crusader as well.
Yes.
The fighters,
the Guardian fighters,
which I haven't.
I'll show you. They look great.
Excellent.
They look really good. I'll show you in a moment. We're just going to try and land here.
Chapter 4 is the one, yeah.
And I think I'm going to be okay landing on this.
Good stuff. On the brig.
On the brig.
I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine. Why wouldn't you be?
Is it?
It's a planet surface. Yep. Smash straight into it. That's what I like to do.
It did happen to me the other day. It was the dark side of the planet, and I didn't realise how close I was. It was quite bad, actually. I lost a lot of money. I can't tell you how happy I'm about
New
the new
surface
engineers,
wind
says John
cushion.
Coate. Awesome, that's great to hear. I mean, the engineers, while they don't offer anything new to people who've already unlocked engineers, for people out in Colonia, it will mean that they can engineer their ships without having to go all the way back to the bubble, which is great. And as we sort of discussed with Steve, it's an interesting social experiment because
You're going too fast, mate.
we're gonna know what sort of modules are more being engineered more than others, which is cool. And I am indeed going too fast.
It's alright, you've made it.
Loop of reconnaissance.
As we've mentioned multiple times, it is a smaller of the updates. It's one of the two small ones. It came. The other one only came out a couple of months ago as well, and this is allowing us to get things set up and ready for the larger update that comes at the end of the year in Chapter 4. It does need allow some downtime. Dav earlier on explained a little bit about why we need server downtime and things like that. I'm not entirely sure what any of it meant, but he understands.
He spoke mystical words.
He sounded like some sort of server wizard. I didn't really understand it. But hey, he does, and that's the most important thing. Okay, so we're heading to the brig, which is great. To engage with.
I'm coming in a bit. I'm coming in a bit too.
Mal Brandon.
I feel like 12.
Chapter 4 is free for Horizons owners, that's right. All of this content is absolutely free, so everything that you see today, in today's update, everything that you see that's coming out today, everything that came out in 3.0, even 3.1, all of that stuff, it's all free for those who own Elite Dangerous Horizons. Yeah, so if you haven't already picked it up, go to... Well, get on it on Steam, yeah. The brig, you've arrived.
I feel like I handled that quite well.
You've handled it very well. It's never easy flying spaceships in front of such large audiences of people. So well done.
Thanks.
Let's do a giveaway right now.
Can we do hashtag the brig?
Hashtag the brig. Hashtag the brig.
What do they win, Ed?
One. Can you pass me the mouse? Our Corsair wireless mouse. I'm joking. We're not at all in any way sponsored by Corsair. All right. Well, we have not those. We're not giving those away. That would be crazy. We're giving away. What are we giving away instead?
What are we giving away? Gone too far.
2 of these paint jobs. So money cannot buy paint jobs here. These paint jobs here that we were giving away at Gamescom 2018's Elite Meet. We're going to give away 2 of these right now. We've already given away, I think, 6. This is another 2. And then at the end of the stream, in about half an hour's time, we'll be giving away 2 more.
Oh, me and Steve only gave away 1.
Oh!
So add another third. Add another in there, and that's 3 winners right now.
So once you've said it once, do not say it again. And, well, Will, are you landing now?
Yeah.
Okay, so we definitely need to see that full screen. So...
Damn it, I thought I could get away with it. I thought I could land before everyone could see.
Yeah, go on.
It's fine. This is cool. Just trying to find my landing pad.
Hold on a second. There you go. Great, got it. Yeah, cool looking place. The brig. Stop saying the brig once you said it once, then we can pick 2 winners. And thank you again for being with us here today. I know that you're all waiting for more news and just watching while you wait for news of the release time. Currently, we're still looking at around about 6 hours of downtime, not from here, but from 9 a.m. So that's around about 3 p.m. That could not be. It's not delayed. It could be moved to 4 p.m. So more likely to be 7 hours. But we'll keep you updated on that as well as time goes on. Well, you've been playing the game now for 6 months-ish.
Yep.
Landing still hard?
Now and then.
I'm just glad that you're playing it here in front of thousands of people and I'm not. Right, so let's pick 2 people to see if they win. Let's have a look.
For those, did you mention earlier about the Hollow ads?
No. Yes, I did. Very shortly, very briefly.
Well, to remind people, those who entered and won the Hollow ad competition that was a month or 2 back,
Something like that.
they're going to be in the game after.
Landing gear well?
Oh yeah, thanks. Thanks, Kovas. Kovas Ed Lewis.
Okay.
They'll
We have
be in the game, so you'll be able to see them.
The first winner is Justin Q. Justin space Q, letter Q. Well done, Justin Q. You have won a paint job for your Anaconda. If you could send an email to community@frontier.co.uk with "I won the Anaconda paint job from Gamescom," then we'll verify you, and then we'll get it added to your account as soon as possible. All right. The next winner is. Oh, okay. All the way around. All the way around. Twitchy, my twitchy eye.
Is that making it worse? Because your eyes got like focus on the little.
It actually is. Hold on. Right, there you go. Scott Aldred. It was doing it, wasn't it?
It's pulsating. You can't see it, but.
Scott, I need a break. Scott Aldred. Scott Aldred. Hey, Scott Aldred. Congratulations. Send an email to community@frontier.co.uk with. The subject line, "I won the Anaconda paint job from Gamescom," and we'll get it. Include your commander name as well, so we can edit it in there. What? One more what?
One more winner, right?
No, we just did it.
All three.
Oh, did I say 3?
You said 2. I gave away 1.
All right, let's do one more.
I'm giving the one I forgot to give away now.
Let's do another one. Fantastic. And it is okay.
Chibi Alien.
Chibi Alien. Chibi
Alien.
Space Alien. Remember, community@frontier.co.uk with the details of your commander, and also "I won the Anaconda paint job from Gamescom" in the subject line. Now, Will, we've
Insert
arrived.
GDPR tagline.
GDPR stuff. GDPR,
You did really well
GDPR.
earlier. I was very impressed. Just like,
Did you?
that's something I would have said.
Yeah, got it. I thought about you.
So we're at the engineer Mel Brandon, who is
Finally.
one of the new Colonia engineers. And here you can see all the modules specializations. Let's do my favourite one, the FSD. Select that. So as you can see, grade 1 access.
Yep.
I don't have. Oh, I've got this.
Generate that modification. You could just do increased FSD range for.
Forever.
Wow, and they've leveled it up to level. Oh, he's got. Oh, did you just?
I think I've done it. Hot build.
You don't see it's a hot build. Mel Brandon looks very, very serious. Very, very serious. He's Darwell's MAA. He looks very serious. Oh gosh, Billy Gray. No, I don't think so. I think I will go cry, says Acid Burn. Don't go cry. It's okay. Type yes if you have an asp in the chat. Sure, we can all join in that. What are your favourite ships? You ask us a lot about what our favourite ships are. What are your favourite ships? Some guy named James says, "I really need that Ikea shirt, like really badly." It's a very good shirt. Is his full name Melody? I don't know. Maybe he's more like a Mel Brooks type character. I don't know what Mel is short for.
I reckon he was in a buddy cop movie a long time ago before he moved to.
There's lots of people who are saying yes. Everyone's got an Aspect Explorer. It's the best.
I really like the Asp Explorer. It's making me a lot of money.
Says Skymaster PT Gaming. Corvette all the way. The Cobra 4, the Asp and the Crate. No, says Billy Gray. Billy Gray does not have an Asp. The Sidewinder. Duh. The Imperial Courier, says Quintin Verheyen. 2 Asps and 1 Asp Scout. 2 Asp Explorers.
No.
What did you generate?
I'm just trying to get experience. I think I'm taking stuff off one and on the other, but it's okay. So I'm just using all of Ed's resources.
You actually are using all my resources. This is it's in a hot build.
Oh, did we not tell you? We somehow managed to sync
Get
it to the
real thing. I don't think that's true. I don't believe you.
I'm just trying to level him up. Yeah.
You're going to be the first person to level him up. And so how will people be aware that they are levelling up? Do you know?
Steve answered this earlier. There should be a sort of Galnet information.
There's a Galnet information news
or
piece.
news information, yeah, which we may be able to see here, but
again, hot build. So let's be probably not is the answer to that one.
It's somewhere here. We'll be able to see it.
The Type 9 is so pretty. The Corvette for mining in the new meta. Favourite is the Corey, the Feder Lance. Look how many different favourites there are.
So as you can see here, you can see the engineer research status, and as those level up, we'll have more information.
Excellent, and it'll say like G2.
Yeah.
If it's
grade 2.
Interesting, fantastic stuff. Not when Frontier decides at all. It's going to be upgraded when. As and when more people do more. Yeah. This is
purely a community-driven sort of.
Look, by the way, how many
system.
people will? Sorry to talk over you there.
No.
Orca, Dolphin, Ada, like everybody has a different answer to this. It's almost as if all of the ships have their own positives and negatives, and are nicely balanced. Isn't that good?
Yeah, it's very
like
good.
That. I like that.
I really like the Type 7.
You set up new engineers in Colonial grade 1, yes, because they are new engineers and so they've only just set up camp in there and they need help with making things and giving more, that they need sort of access to the more materials and stuff like that, and the more materials that they get, they will upgrade their services and be able to perform more things for the community. So the idea is that the community work together, spending a lot of time with these engineers to make sure they're upgraded to the top level. It's just a slightly different way of doing it. What class should we look at today, Will?
It feels like a training program. So look, I can't unlock that yet.
No, you can't. He's pressing the button to try to unlock it, but he cannot. He literally cannot do it.
What class shall we look at today?
You can't look at it. You can't do it, mate. As we've just explained. Very good. Apparently the PS4 download just went live as well, and the Xbox download just went live. That doesn't mean the servers are live, but it could mean that the download is there as well. Yeah. We are looking at... let's go and show me off like one thing I want to do before we go. I know that we showed it before, but I want to see some of the fighters, and then we'll do another giveaway.
I destroyed
and then we'll
one
call
of
it
them.
a day for now. Did you?
I was showing off the missiles and how they were like on my own fighter, which I thought was a great way, and it was a suggestion from the community which I then listened to.
Well done. How did it look?
It blew up in an explosion of plumes of smoke and fire.
Brilliant, thanks. But it won't be long now as well, so once the stream has gone down as well, it won't be long before it is time for the update. We've got a couple of things that we need to repair behind the scenes, so we'll rush off and go and do that. But we'll be back, the game will be back up and running, we believe, within the next couple of hours. I'm sure we'll be able to get an update from somebody just before the end of the stream as well. November Romeo, nothing to discuss in terms of a new land vehicle today. Any other questions, please do put them in the chat, and I will either pass them on to the right place, which is what we always do, or be able to answer them immediately.
Do the new engineers cover all the stuff that the old ones have? Yes. So they have a kind of more concentrated spread of modules they can engineer, whereas back in the bubble, there's sort of more engineers you need to visit. Does mean though, however, in Colonia they need to be sort of upgraded and leveled up by usage, so they're not going to have everything available straight away. And there are still some, I believe, engineers that you need to rely on in the bubble.
Star Artist says paid content, Ed. I've nothing to talk about right now about that, but I do want to. You're gonna fly it, yeah. Oh, that's cool. I do think that is something that is important that we should be talking about soon and discussing with you guys as fast as possible. That was really cool. Oh, look at this thing.
Blue glow there. And then you got wires all over the place.
It's clearly like a hybrid.
Like,
humans have made it, but using the...
It says prototype there, I think.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And then I'll show you.
But that's something that I do want to be discussing as soon as possible. I've been working with the development team to... Oh, yes. Rotate around. That's really cool. Quite nimble.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Very different looking. Is there anything else that you can fly in Elite Dangerous?
There is.
What are you trying to do?
Get the javelin out. There's three. There's three in total.
You've got it, you destroyed one of them.
Yeah, but orders. Okay, I'm gonna have to leave. Gonna dock it
manually.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's fun for you guys. You get to see me do that.
Very cool. So much love for the Frontier Art Department. Absolutely. How do I claim the giveaway prize? Asks Scott Aldred. You email community@frontier.co.uk with the in the subject line you write, I won the Anaconda paint job from Gamescom, and then we will discuss with you there. If you could also include the details of your commander name as well, we can make sure that you are it's added to your account as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Gosh, I am a little snoozy today, aren't I? Things aren't going quite as...
It's the twitchy eye.
It's the twitchy eye that's put me off. It's like one day my eye's twitching, another bleeding strangely from the neck. There's also all lots of stuff going on today. So would you be a... Oh, man. Here it is. You're alright, you got this.
Yeah.
It kind of aids you in anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah. How many people are going on the Gnosis? I'm already there, says John Bernier.
That's great. Hi. There's the 3D printer. New SRVs. Nothing to talk about with new SRVs today, unfortunately. The interior looks the same like all these ships. Why not make them look different, have its own unique look? Well, it does have a little bit, quite a bit of its own unique look going on. I think that it's more that it's because it's a human fighter. Of course, it's been made by the same human technicians.
That looks like a chunk of Guardian block.
It is. It's one of those
just stuffed in there.
Which is also because it's using the Guardian that power to create the technology. Of course, you'll have to work yourselves. Oh, that's good too. Ah, it's very cool, isn't it? Got away quickly as well.
Yeah, it's very fast.
Yeah. Are y'all still doing the streaming schedule featuring a streamer streaming the update? Will?
Yes, it is planned. Paige was handling that while I was away at Gamescom, so it should be going up if it's not already. So yeah, I'll try and find out what's going on with that. But
that's
it's
cool.
coming. It's coming.
That one
soon.
looks really cool.
Yeah, I like this one. The other one is I'd have to go and get it. So
it's all right. It's fine.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back there and I'm going to press that restock and see what happens.
All right, let's do that. You're going to go back and land?
Yeah.
Cool. Where can we find the Guardian beacons, or will we have to find them ourselves? You'll have to find them yourselves, and that would be part of it. That would be a spoiler if I was to tell you where they are. Do a barrel roll, says the Floyd. Too late now. Trying to beam to the nasals. That fight looks very pretty. Are the new fighters ONL for the Alliance ships only? Only for the Alliance ships only? No. The new fighters can be, as long as you do put the work in, you'll be able to use the new fighters no matter what ships that you're in, as long as you've got a fighter bay. But you also have to unlock them first. To unlock them, you will have to work with, well, you know, I don't want to...
You have to go and check it out, but Guardian beacons.
Head towards the Guardian beacons, and the puzzles there will help lead you towards what you need for unlocking these new fighter ships.
I'm being told that I can't dock with this out, so I'm going to destroy it.
You're going to destroy it? Don't do it. Don't do it, Will. So
I'll get
mean.
there in a minute.
Put some more pips of weapons, mate.
I'm out of ammo because I need to restock.
Just thought of it.
But I'm not out of ammo, which is weird.
Can you like maybe you can't even kill your own ship?
I'll get there in a minute.
Hi there.
So, if you've ever wondered what a fighter looks like blowing up,
Well, here we're about to find out what a fighter looks like when it's going to blow up. It's
get there in a minute.
oh, it's interesting, shattering shield effect.
Yeah.
And then goodbye.
I don't feel bad for that.
I feel a little bit bad. Well, you're just a...
No one in there, is it?
Yeah.
Wasteful. Waste all that Guardian technology.
Yeah. Anyway, great. Quarter 4, yes. All right, so while you're doing this,
Yeah.
what we'll do is we'll land, you press that thing, we'll do one more giveaway. But I do want to say a few things as well first while this is happening as well, while you're flying over there. Full pips to engines, mate. Yeah.
I'm glad you're here, Ed.
And then it's all right. So yeah, I want to say as well, thanks so much for coming along today. Of course, the servers are currently down for us to upgrade the game to 3.2, which is Chapter 3 of the Beyond series of updates, which is which is at Chapter 1. Gosh, I don't know if I could even remember what came in Chapter 1 at this point now, because I am...
It was a crime and punishment overhaul.
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
We had some resource storage increases, I believe.
That's a really specific one.
I like that one a lot. I think that's really great. I like that we've got more storage for our micro resources.
A lot of people enjoy that sort of thing as well.
But do you know what? That's when I first started, and that's the first big yep. As Ablative says there.
Yeah. At the end of the year, though, we of course have things such as the Codex. We have the Exploration update, which is a massive overhaul of how exploration is done. We have the Mining update as well, which again is another overhaul of how mining is done. And there are other things that are going in there as well. You also had the new ships as well. Of course, the Crate came in Chapter 2. In Chapter 1, there was the original Alliance ship, the Chieftain.
The Chieftain.
As well. There's lots of stuff going on. Has anyone seen the PC download yet? No, it should not be available to you just yet. The Codex is with an EX, I believe, John Jameson.
Yeah.
Quite are you still being a good boy, Ebenezer? Yes, I'm still being a good boy. Commander Nexus, thanks for keeping me in check. Very cool. Right, so, and yeah, people are downloading things. Oh, okay, so there are people downloading them now, but the servers will still be down for some time just yet. The PSC launcher is updated. Amazing. Well done, good stuff. People are asking, can we see the large torpedoes? You'll be able to see those very shortly. Not right now. Will, there's some heavy gravity. Oh boy. Oh, rest in peace, Will. Please put a round of applause in the chat for Will.
Yay! So we'll never know. About that restart.
I thought that Will was coming in really a little too hot. I did want to point it out, but you can get the last. He'll never know about the restart.
Oh, it's
fixed. And I think in some ways, press F to pay respect to Will. I think that's actually probably a better time than ever to call it a day for now. We're going to go find out some more information. We will be on our social media channels. We'll be all over the forums as well, letting you know when things are changing and when things are.
Inigo is asking what happened. I crashed. Classic Will land.
Because of that, to celebrate, let's give away 5.
5
of the paint jobs.
5. We're giving away 5.
Yeah, we're giving away 5 of them.
We will never forget your sacrifice, Will.
We'll never forget.
Thank you.
Yes,
Will was that edge ship. Yes, it was.
It's Will's sacrifice that allows us to.
I keep it modest. That's what I like to say.
Well, hey, it was very good. I liked it. Right, here we go. As you can see in the background here, right, these things here. This here is a Gamescom specific ship paint job skin for the Anaconda. You could only get it by being actually at Gamescom. People are still talking about it.
Well, you are allowed Justice Crew for now.
I thought I did a great job. All of your flight credentials revoked. No, I don't think that was. It's just honestly, I was like, well, you've got to be careful. It's just dumb. But
handled it fine last time.
No, it's very good. Well done. Don't worry.
I didn't.
We're giving away 5 of these now. So what would you like people to say in the chat as the final thing of the day? We'll do a little roundup of what's coming today. We'll remind people that it's the big update that's coming at the end of the year, and this is just one of the smaller updates that's coming as part of the build-up towards it. Remember, it's absolutely free as well, as part of the Beyond series, which is free for all Horizons owners. It's just free content, which includes, of course, the new ship, the new fighters, new story content as well that's happening behind the scenes, and other things as well that carry on.
I think people should say, and it's a bit, it's good, it's on brand, but I think we'll go with #Beyond Chapter 3.
Oh, very easy, very good. #Beyond Chapter 3. Say it in the chat. We will then pick 5 winners. Once you say it once, you don't need to say it again. Caution, high gravity, smash.
I want t-shirts with all this in. Will, don't forget your landing gear. Caution, high gravity.
Awesome stuff. Yeah, thank you for saying it. It's very on message.
We're giving 5 of these away.
5 right now. So stop saying it once you say it once, but there's a good chance you go on. There's not. But look, we we are going to be closing the stream off in just a minute.
Yes.
There's other things that we need to be doing towards the rest of the rest of the day.
Yep.
But there are. We believe that the service should be back up within the next hour and a half. We will go and confirm these things and put it all over social media when it is ready and all over our forums when it is ready.
We will.
But thank you for being here with us today, and thank you for joining us today. Will, you've been a great sport, even crashing into the side of things.
I'd like to keep. I'd like to keep them knowing that it's, even if I'm being cloned, that it'll always be me. You can tell by my landing.
Yeah.
So yeah, and thank you, Ed.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here
with my twitchy eye
and persevering through the Twitch.
Honestly.
With your eye.
Right, here we go. Let's have a look. The first winner of 5 is. Okay, good. Not been clicking. We've got Gabriel Smith. Gabriel Smith. If you could send an email to community@frontier.co.uk with "I won the Anaconda from Gamescom paint job" in the subject line, include your commander name in there, and we will get it added to your account as soon as possible. Whether that'll be this afternoon or tomorrow morning, I do not know, but I'm sure it will be very soon, as soon as possible. And we have the next one is, yes, I can go all the way around. The furious clicking. That was annoying. Did you see that?
Yeah, it does. It jumps.
Oh, why does it do that?
It likes to tease you.
There you go. That'll do. Okay, we have Exile1.
Exile1.
Space. Number 1. Numeral 1. Congratulations, you're the second winner. The third winner.
Oh, not far.
Yeah, I'll go this way. Is this one. Solarix with a double I and an X. If you could email community@frontier.co.uk with "Hello, I won the Anaconda paint job." What are you doing? What's up?
I'm going to just write it just in case.
It's probably moving really quickly still anyway.
That's okay.
Grand.
Put it.
Next one.
Put it.
2 more.
Oh, we've already. Oh, yeah.
55.
So
right,
wait.
That one, there's some clicking. That's
Put the
some
email
serious
in a minute.
Stop.
Ray
Mobula. Ray Regular Mobula. Well done, Ray Regular Mobula. Just Ray Mobula. Email community@frontier.co.uk with "I won the Gamescom Anaconda paint job." Something along to those lines.
Just let us know.
Final winner of the day. Final winner of the day is numero 80. Ben Moss Woodward. Not a fix. Ben Moss Woodward from the Lave Radio. Lovely guys in the Lave Radio. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for being with us and being with us here today. So you won yourselves the Anaconda paint job from Gamescom, which is very, very cool. But thank you so much. Always here, never lucky, says Shinny Gamer Anger. I'm sorry, Shinny Gamer. Shinigama? I don't know.
Shinigama.
Shinigami.
Shinigami. Gami. Anger.
I don't know. Absolutely. Congratulations. No, you can't see it. You can't see it on the camera, can you?
See what? The eye.
My eye is going mad right now.
By the way, I haven't actually seen the eye twitch.
Have you not? Have you just making it up?
I think Ed's just gone. He's gone space mad.
Space mad.
Should we show them that little video?
Which one?
That one down there.
This one?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful time playing 3.2. It's not far away now. The service should be back up online we're told within the next hour. We'll keep you updated on social media and on the forums.
Yes.
But thank you for joining us here for the last 3 hours, just to sort of say hello and celebrate this day with us. But hopefully there'll be lots of cool streamers streaming the game later on tonight as well. So do go check out those guys.
Yes.
They will be able to do nice, big, long, deep dives into all that kind of stuff. Get some sleep, Ed. You look shattered. Yes, Broken Canuck. That is, of course, the main crux of today's live stream. Is not to do with 3.2. I think I mentioned more about my twitching eye than I did about 3.2. Well, there you go. That's how things. That's how the cookie crumbles. All right, everyone.
Bye. I'll look after him. Don't worry. It'll be all okay.
3.2. Hype. Whoop.